And we are live, fans. Thanks for joining us tonight for another exciting night of Lady Devil and Maroon Devil basketball. In town tonight are the Andrews Wildcats for a critical Smoky Mountain Conference showdown. And along with me tonight, my partner Jeff Marr. Good to have you back, Coach.
Yeah, glad to be here. Sorry I've hung you out to dry a time or two, but I'm excited to get back in the gym and go live with you again.
There we go. But we've got a good one tonight, Coach. Andrews coming into town, and they are in the same mode as our Lady Devils. Both teams need a win and need it desperately heading into tonight's game. Andrews comes in at 1-2, but 0-2 in conference, whereas our Lady Devils are in the same way, 0-4 and 0-2 in conference play. So a big game in terms of win-loss as we see things unfold. Swain, of course, has had the opportunity to get some rest after Wednesday night. You know, going back-to-back was difficult for Coach Turner and his troops, being as thin as they are. So we look forward to that tonight. Should see a totally different team, to be honest with you, than we saw on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you go back-to-back, it's tough, and especially when you don't have a lot of depth on the bench. You know, you're asking your starters to play a lot of minutes, and a couple of the starters have big-time responsibilities, handling the basketball a lot. So, you know, back-to-back was tough on the legs, but like you said, had a couple days to get their feet back under them, so to say, and looking for some good action tonight.
Well, and I'll tell you another factor that may play into this game. It certainly has the other two games we've carried here on the Maroon Devils Network, and that's foul trouble. So the Lady Devils, one team in particular that can ill afford any kind of foul difficulty, and they have faced it in every game they've played this year.
Yeah, you know, it seems like, too, you know, we heard about the Robbinsville game early on, a lot of foul calls. You know, we just got to learn to adjust to some of that at some times. We have a couple of key components in particular that just can't get in foul trouble.
No, not at all. And another area of concern for Coach Turner and Coach Blankenship and their staff is the fact that the Lady Devils have not performed very well on the boards this year, and they're going to have to figure out a way to be able to control the boards, especially on the defensive end, so that Andrews doesn't get second and third shots.
Absolutely. We're athletic enough to be able to get position, and most of the time when you watch basketball teams play, rebounding comes down to getting that position, not being afraid to put your butt on somebody, get them out of the way, establish position, and rebound the basketball.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, Jeff, one bright spot for – I'm getting signaled. Oh, I don't know what they're trying to signal me. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to talk about how well Ashton Yonts played. She had an outstanding game Wednesday night with 17 points and 9 rebounds, career highs for her on both of those.
And she uses athletic ability, so it's good to see her going for the Lady Devils, as she's a key component to what we're going to try to do on both sides of the floor.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to step away from here and have our national anthem, and then we will have the lineups, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
At this time, we'd like to pay tribute to this great nation of ours. We will sing our national anthem. When on the things of please rise. Remove all bedwear and all talking and distracting suits. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Hannah. And now let's meet our starting lineup in our women's conference. First, for our visitors and number 10, Paige Linders. Number 14, Lindsay Gunner. Number 22, Savannah Rattler. Number 24, Brooke Lee. And number 22, Carly Curtis. And now for your Lady Devils. And number 10, and center number 40, Taylor Collins. And number 14, Alyssa Smith. Here number 4, Ray Day. And number 12, Lindsay Hayes.
So, Jeff, we are almost set for tip-off here. It'll be Cabe versus Rattler, I believe, there in the circle for the Wildcats.
With 3 Rattlers, I believe it's a pretty good thing tonight. You can say that and about be about right.
I think we can just say Rattler. So right away, the most striking thing is we're not giving up a huge height disadvantage
No,
tonight,
not
which
at all.
is a good sign.
Looks even.
The Cats control the tip. Hicks tries to pull that ball out of there. Now Cabe on the floor after it. The Wildcats into the front court, over to Rattler underneath. Hard pass in there to Curtis. She tries to gain control, tries to kick it back out. We've got to have 3 seconds or a walk.
It is a walk.
Which we got. So turnover in their first possession by the Wildcats. Lady Devils on the move now. We're just underway here from Swain High School. Thanks for joining us. It's a zone for the Wildcats. First time these Lady Devils have seen that in their games that they've played here. Cabe on the baseline, back up top. Hicks makes a move back over to Yance. Yance puts it on the floor, and we've got a block right away. That's going to be on number 10, Paige Lindley, and it'll be the first call of this game. Lindley, the senior guard for the Wildcats. Alyssa Smith will trigger it in for the Lady Devils. She finds Hicks on the wing. Hicks' shot is off, and that's rebounded over there by Carly Curtis. Now the Wildcats into the front court. They give it to Brooke Newton. Newton passes it off. Now the Wildcats against the Lady Devils man-to-man. Work the ball back outside. Hicks has got Newton back over to Yance. She's picked off, and that's going to be a moving screen violation on
Number 22.
Shahana Rattler. So 2 possessions for the Lady Wildcats, 2 turnovers. And now the Lady Devils looking to get on the board here first. Hicks into the front court against the 2-1-2 zone. Penetrates into the lane, shoots it up, and a foul.
Going to be another foul.
This one on Kenzie Gunner. So 3 quick fouls on the Wildcats. Puts Hicks at the line, and Lindsay for the season at 46%. But, Jeff, I expect we'll see that improve as we go on.
Absolutely. She's a great shooter. All it's going to take is to get one to go, and she'll be on a good rhythm.
That one rattles out.
This is the first one.
As we can't use the broadcaster jinx backwards there to get Lindsay that bucket. So Hicks spins that one. The next second one is good, and Lindsay has the Lady Devils on the board first, 1-0. Be Lindley into the front court now against Hicks. Crosses over, moves down the sideline. That's Lindley, rather. That was Gunner with the ball a second ago. I had my players confused. I apologize. Now we've got a foul. That's going to be on Yance. her first, so quickly into this one. Already 4 fouls called, and we're 1:08 in.
Seems like it's going to be another tightly contested contest tonight. May be here for a while.
I've been here before.
You have this year.
So to inbounds will be Brooke Newton. She's a junior for the Wildcats. They look inside. The Maroon Devils have that sealed up pretty nicely. Now Yonts with a steal over there, and Ashton charges into the front court with the ball. She looks up ahead to Hicks. Hicks on the wing. Has Collins down low, tried to punch it in there, couldn't get it there. And now Newton comes out of the pack with the ball. Kicks it over to Lindley. Lindley tries to go baseline on Smith. And Alyssa Smith will get whistled for that call.
2 quick fouls on the Lady Devils. One on Smith, one on Yonts.
So Andrews will inbound it. It'll be Brooke Newton from underneath her own goal here. She kicks it into Gunter. Back over to Newton. They look inside, but choose to go around the horn with it. Back over to the other side. Rattler trying to catch Newton on the cut. Does. Newton is up. That one's off. Smith with a rebound and throws it away. Tried to throw it to Cabe, but Cabe turned and went up court with it before getting the ball. So Wildcats got it. We're still 1-0 here. 6:22 mark in the first, and it will be Newton to inbound for the Wildcats. So now Gunner will set the offense against this man-to-man. The good news is that Lindsey Hicks not included in the 4A of early fouls. That one battles around, pulled out of there by Curtis, I believe, and she kicks it to Gunner, who sticks it in, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Wildcats. Yonts on the wing. She dribbles back to her left. Hicks with a clean look at a three. It's back ironed off. Yonts with a rebound. Kicks it back to Hicks again. Now she improves herself over to Smith. Smith waits for the cut. Now puts it on the floor. Cade takes a look, goes hard to the hole, and a 3-second call most likely on Taylor Collins. But it's good to see Grace take that ball hard to the hole on the first time she touches it offensively.
Yes, it was. For us to be successful, number 24 has got to be aggressive in all facets of the game, on offense and defense.
So Gunner controls it into the front court, passes it off to Lindley. They go underneath, punched away by Smith. Back over to the wing, shot on the way, it's off, and there's Cabe with a rebound, and she comes out of there with it to Smith. Smith on the run, uses a Collins screen, and
is it going to count?
No, it's called on the floor, and it will be out underneath. That is on
number 14.
Gunner again.
That'll be her second.
That's 2 on her, and quickly off the Wildcat bench is Abby Hedden. A nice pass by Smith, and Taylor Collins sticks that one in. 3-2 now, Lady Devils. Good alert pass by Alyssa, and Taylor Collins is on the board. So working it out there is Gunner, who has those 2 fouls. She's having a difficult time.
Could be a 5-second call.
It was close. Newton on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, and that's going to be on Smith again.
Holy cow.
And quickly off the Swain bench is Bree Ross.
Alyssa's second.
So we got subs at the table here. Cheyenne Rattler set to check in for the Wildcats as well. Newton will get 2. Newton is shooting 63% from the field this year, which is an amazing shot. She knocks that first one home, and Ross is in. Smith is out, and out for the Wildcats is Shahana Rattler and Gunner. So Newton will get her second free throw here.
Okay.
And that one's off. Cabe's got the rebound. She kicks it out to Hicks, who charges into the front court. Hicks maintains her dribble, keeps it alive. Now blows by, running layup off the mark. Cabe digging for it, but out of there comes Rattler with it. Hands it off to Newton. Newton dogged by Cabe here in the front court. That one's over to Curtis, back to Newton, and now Hedden will try to set the offense. Hedden wide open, look at a three. Her foot was on the line. It's no good. It bounces right back to the Cats. And now Newton will fire a three. It's off. That one's off the Wildcats, and it goes Swain ball. As Paige Lindley got a hand on that one. 3-3 your score. We're at the 4:29 mark here in the first period of play from Swain High School. Men's action to follow. It'll be the return of Frank Manley in that one. We're looking forward to that. Should be a good contest. Wildcats with a very young but very talented team, so it should be fun to watch. Lady Devils work the ball, and there goes Yonts to the hole, and Ashton puts it in the paint to give the Lady Devils the lead back. Approaching 4 minutes now in this first quarter of play. Newton goes hard to the hole, cut off there by Cabe and Yance. They're looking to post Lindley against Bree Ross, but no luck. Hedden didn't want it. Rattler didn't want it. Now Hedden's got it back. Lindsey Hicks would like to have it. Cabe gets a hand on it, punches it right to Yance. Now Ashton's got numbers, 2-on-1. She goes all the way to the hole herself.
That left hand.
Lays it in.
There it is.
Ashton doing a great job being aggressive to the hole all year this year.
What I'm liking so far on the defensive end, a lot of active hands tonight. Looks like our girls are moving their feet really well and getting a lot of hands on the ball.
Newton's shot is off right to Hicks, so it's 1-on-1 with Hicks and Hedden. Hicks has got a lane on the right side, goes all the way to the hole. Will that count?
It's going to count.
A great run here by the Lady Devils, spurred on by Ashton Yance and Lindsey Hicks. Their two leading scorers, and now Hicks will go to the line to try to push this Swain lead to 7.
Lindsey 1 of 2 on the night, shooting free throws. The old-fashioned three-point play is what we're hoping for.
Absolutely. That one looks back iron. It's off. Collins is right there and lays it in.
Atta girl.
Roll for Taylor. Nice job. And Swain balloons up to an 8-point lead now. And into the front court goes Newton. She's going all the way to the hole. Ross tries to cut her off. But Bree couldn't decide whether to step in or let her go. And she got caught in no man's land. So it'll be Newton to the line for a pair.
She's 1 for 1 on the night.
Shot is good.
Knocks it down.
The biggest worry at this point, Jeff, and I've seen it happen, is us getting this nice lead early on, and then suddenly the Wildcats getting in a 1-and-1 and then a 2-shot because of foul difficulties and not having to run an offense,
yes,
doing all their offense from the line. Now the Wildcats go 3-2 zone, and Yance with a
there's Taylor.
Right-handed layup, very unusual for Ashton, and it goes off right to Taylor Collins, who sticks it back in.
Taylor with 6 early points. 6 points, 3 rebounds.
And that's Curtis going hard to the hole. That's off on the backside. Yance has it poked away over there by Rattler, and they go spill to the floor. That will be Swain ball, so good job by Ashton to rip that one away. So Lindsey Hicks will bring it into the front court now for the Lady Devils to set the offense against this 3-2 zone. Ross on the wing looks inside to Collins. They get it to her. It's off. She fights for it along with Cave. Gets her own rebound back and then couldn't get it from Rattler, and her exuberance fouls her. So that's Taylor's first. But good to see her that active on the glass.
Yes, it is. She's our one girl that has a good size advantage inside, and her to be able to use that height is going to be key for us this season.
We got a Delia Pyle, and Shaylon Rattler into the lineup. There are 3 Rattler girls, so I can pretty much say Rattler and get it right now because 2 of them are in the game. So Lady Devils extend their pressure half court. Rattler puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, and it's
that
off.
Should be our ball.
Heading out of bounds, and Charlotte Jackson off the Swain bench to get Taylor Collins out with 2:28 remaining here in this first period of play. Taylor will sit down with a couple of fouls, I believe, isn't it?
I have her for one.
Okay,
yes.
Good. It's just habit for me to think that we're in foul trouble. Cabe on the wing works it all the way back around. Ross looks inside. Cabe and Jackson both work in there. And that's Hicks trying to do a reverse spin, and that foul will be on Hedden.
Number 11.
Should be close to the 1-and-1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5?
That's what's on the board.
Yeah, that's what I've got. It's 5.
So Swain inbounds it now, and Ross will take it from the top of the key and work it to the wing to Hicks. And
going to get her for the shuffle of the feet.
Over on that side, it'll be Andrews' ball.
Just a slight shuffle when she caught the ball.
So the Wildcats now try to set their offense. They've had a hard time with that so far.
Ooh, that's the same call, though.
It was, wasn't it? Almost banked that in. And then Pyle gets it over top of Ross, and Rattler gets it over top of Jackson and sticks it back in. So the Wildcats doing some work on the offensive glass that time paid dividends. Bree Ross now into the front court to set things up for Swain. Kicks it to Hicks on the corner. Cabe comes across the middle, now spins around, goes up and gets it to go. And is fouled by Rattler on the play. So a conventional attempt here for Cabe.
Number 23.
To shoot for a three-pointer here. Cabe at the line.
She's 50% on the season. Going for the old-fashioned three-point play. Oh, in and out.
But Yance keeps it alive, and Cabe grabs control before it's knocked out of bounds over there by Rattler, and it will be Swain ball. So good job by Yance and Cabe saving a possession there. And now Hicks will inbound to Jackson, who catches it. Hicks from the corner, deep corner.
Boom! Knocks it down.
That's good to see for Lindsay. That's deep three right there for her to knock that one home. And now into the front court comes Rattler, dogged by Hicks. Hicks with her hands up in the air. That was Newton, rather.
Banks it home.
And now Hicks charges into the front court. 18-9 your score. Goes to the opposite side into the paint. Misses it. Had her own rebound. It rolls out to Ross. She's going to fire away. That's good.
Knocks it down.
Good job for the freshman Bree Ross to knock that one down. And we're under a minute to play. Swain at 20-9 with the lead. That's inside to Rattler against Jackson. Back outside. And that one's good from Abby Hedden as she knocks home her first points of the night. Now Ross brings the ball into the front court. We're under 40 and counting. Yance with it on the wing, looks to attack. Now goes middle blindly. Jackson's got it. Jackson up with it, missed it. Rattler with a rebound. Kay bugs her, and now it's to Newton, who will charge into the front court. Over to Hedden with it on the wing. She dribbled back around, now penetrates the middle. Running one-hander is off, but Rattler's in perfect rebound position, and she will get fouled, I believe, by Jackson. We'll wait for the call.
5-0. Charlotte's first.
So Cheyenne Rattler will go to the line, where she has not shot very many this year. She's shooting 33%, which probably means she's 1 for 3. Collins and Kiera Shook. Collins returns to the game. Shook enters for the first time to give Ashton Yance a 24-second break, I would imagine. Rattler with her second one. It's up, and it is off. Collins pushed underneath by Newton, and Newton comes out of there with the offensive rebound. Back to Hedden, dogged by Shook up top. Crosses over. Now goes over the top to Newton, just inside the three-point line. It hits back iron and misses. Cabe punches out away and controls it. Goes ahead to Shook with it. Shook up with it, misses it, but there's Collins to collect and put it back in. But Taylor Collins again on the offensive glass, and that's going to do our first quarter of play with the Lady Devils holding a 10-point lead, 22-12. A great start for Swain in this one. And we will take this quarter break to remind you, as our cheerleaders come on, that we'll be back on the air with you Tuesday night as Blue Ridge comes to town for a full slate of games. Then Wednesday, the teams will head to Franklin and hit the road for that one, and that's going to do them for the before Christmas part of it. The wrestling team, we need to note, will host next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, the Devils Duels.
The Devils Duels.
Which will begin at 9 a.m. If you want to see some good wrestling, come up and check that out. We're not going to cover that one for you because it's an all-day event. So
well, it'll go to midnight.
Yeah, it'll be all day long.
At least.
Absolutely. So we don't want to be up here all day doing that, but we are going to get some Maroon Devil wrestling on the air for you once we get into January. So stay tuned for that as well. Good first quarter for the Lady Devils.
Great first quarter. You know, as I look at our stats here, Taylor Collins, 8 points, 5 rebounds so far. Then you've got Ashton Yance, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Lindsay Hicks getting on the board with 6 early points. So a lot of people contributing right now.
A lot of good things happening for the Lady Devils as well. And more importantly, they've been able to play the first quarter the way Coach Turner would like to play in terms of his substitution and rotations.
Yes.
The only immediate foul trouble was Alyssa Smith with 2.
Yes.
And she's back in the game now as the starters return. So Andrews controls the ball. They're up top with Kenzie Gunner, who sit out part of that quarter with some foul trouble of her own. She tries to go low to Lindley, and that was punched out of there, but Andrews able to control it. There's gray shirts all over the place motioning the ball. Rattler and Collins do battle into there, and Lindley standing underneath and just lays it in as the Lady Devils kind of fell asleep on the defensive glass. Hicks charges into the front court. Crosses over, stop, pop, misses it. Collins with a hand on it. Now Smith with it. Smith tries to force it in, maintains control. That will go Andrews' way. Action hot and heavy there for a few seconds.
Yeah, it is.
Good block by Collins, who's been very active underneath tonight. Inbound to Gunner, our senior leader. Kenzie Gunner will bring it up against Hicks. She kicks it over to Lindley on the wing against Yance. Radler comes up to try to screen. That's punched by Cade, but right to Newton. Cross court to Gunner. Newton tries to cut. Radler sets a screen, gets a switch, and tries to throw it up to Radler, and Lindsey Hicks comes out of there with it. Crosses it over, throws it ahead for Cabe. Cabe 1-on-2. And there's Collins.
There's
again.
Taylor.
That one's punched all over the place. Collins tries to handle it but can't. And coming out of there is Lindley. She goes to her right side, and that's shot off the backboard. Now action fast and furious as Hicks gets to her right side, tries to go all the way to the hole,
Puts
and
it in.
lays it in. Lindsey Hicks with a bucket. Pushes the Swain lead back to 10. So now Gunner will slow the action down just a little bit for the Wildcats. Hicks on her out front. That's tossed away. Newton dropped it, and Yance picks her pocket as she does. Jump ball, but it'll be Swain ball on the steal. Yance inbounds it to Hicks, who brings it into the front court now. Smith on their left wing. Yance on her right. Yance goes by with her right hand, loses control of it. Back up top for Smith. Cabe cuts through. Now Hicks on the wing. Three on its way. Rattles out, but there's Yance. Grabbing another offensive rebound for Swain to Cabe inside. Cabe goes all the way to the hole and draws a foul.
Number 11.
Nope, 1-5.
1-5? Okay.
There's not a 1-5. Yeah, there she is out there.
Yep.
Cabe will shoot it. We should be getting close to a 1-1, but Cabe should have two here for the shot attempt. Quickly off the bench is Raven Wright for the Wildcats, so the freshman enters the game for the first time, and she's going to get Brooke Newton out, a junior. And Cabe will shoot her second free throw attempt now. That one goes for Grace. 25-14, 11-point lead, our biggest of the night here at 6:03 remaining in the second. Hicks picks up Gunner crossing half court. Now works her, almost had a steal. Gunner with trouble. That was real close to 5. Now we got a backcourt forced by good, strong defense.
Should be playing ball.
So the Lady Devils playing aggressive, but the thing I like about it is they're picking up on what the officials are calling, making sure those hands are visible so that it's not being called.
Yes. And that's the 8th turnover we've forced so far. So good sign.
So Hicks gets it back right to Smith. Now dips her way in and out, finds Hicks on the wing. Corner three.
Knocks it down.
Good. Lindsey Hicks extends it. And Swain now up by 14 with 5:35 remaining in the second.
Lindsey with 11 big points.
To the corner, and that's Gunner back out to Wright, who's fresh into this game. That's Gunner working it behind the back. Good behind the back. Now penetrates inside. Hicks pokes it away. Back to her on the wing. Three on its way, and it's off. Rattler with a rebound. Collins blocks the shot, and we got a foul call out of that. Got to be on Taylor here. It'll be her second.
4-0.
So back to the free throw line will be Cheyenne Rattler, a junior for the Wildcats.
She's 0 for 2 on the night.
That one banks home. And she will get a second one here. It's on its way, and it's off. Cabe with a rebound. Battles for it, finds Smith outlet. She dribbles it under control now into the front court. Steams ahead. Nobody stops her. She goes all the way to the hole.
Good move, Alyssa Smith.
What's the old adage as a coach? Stop the ball, right?
Stop the ball.
So 30-15 your score now. Swain doubling up Andrews. Things looking real good for the ladies on this one. That's a good block. Good rebound by Cabe there. She's out in the foot race. We know she's got a chance to win it.
And another one.
That one goes, and Cabe draws the foul. Everything coming up roses for the Lady Devils so far.
What I like about that more than anything else, Grace made the basket and saw some great emotion out of her. I love to see that. When you see the emotion, that means the girls are in tune to what's going on, and, man, they're playing their guts out.
Cabe with one free throw, the traditional three-point play, and that one rolls out for her. But there's Smith with a rebound, has it blocked in there. Yance races for it, almost gets it, and Cabe knocks it out of there. So Cabe will get called for the foul, but good hustle on the play.
Her first.
We got subs coming in. It'll be...
And it should be a 1-and-1 situation.
Ross and Jackson off the Swain bench and in. And now to the line. Let's see who it will be.
I don't think they know.
It's Wright. Raven Wright, the freshman, will go to the free throw line here.
20.
And she's going to shoot for the first time. 4:37 in the second period. It's 32-15 Lady Devils, and that one goes down for right. And she's on the score sheet. And we got a timeout. Wildcats. It's the 30, so we'll stay here with it and talk you through this break. Setting up the guys' game, I think we're 2-2, and they're 1-2, I believe. So two teams of similar records, so it should be a dandy. I know Andrews plays a lot of young people. The Maroon Devils, a pretty good split between juniors and seniors.
It's going to be a fantastic game. I mean, anytime you get a bunch of youngsters together like that, as far as Andrews, they don't know anything more than just to turn it loose and play hard. Hopefully our experience will be able to pay off tonight, though, and we should have a decent size advantage.
Well, and I'm looking forward to Swain being able to play with some fresh legs. Wednesday, They just were not able to mount an offensive in the second half to come back into the ballgame. They didn't have the legs for it. And, you know, it's very encouraging to see the Lady Devils play this way because they've not had a chance to get this kind of success early on. And this will be a good building block for Coach Turner and his team if they can hang on. Now, Andrews is going to press. That generally has not been a problem with Lindsey Hicks in the lineup. She splits it pretty quick, goes all the way to the hole, lays it in. It's off. Batted around under there by Andrews.
It's going to be Swain ball.
They can't hold on to it. It'll be Swain ball. Ross will trigger it in from underneath for Swain. Hicks sprints to the wing. There's Cable, open look, shot on its way. It's off. Jackson battles in there, but it's Paige Lindley, one of the smallest players on the court, coming away with the rebound. She kicks it ahead to Gunner, who steamrolls all the way to the court, fires up a shot. But again, rebounding position for Wildcats, because they are just not boxing out. The Lady Devils doing a lot of standing around underneath instead of getting balls. Ross now with the numbers. She picks up her dribble, doesn't get it called. Gunner comes on to try to get it inside to Cable. Nice pass. Grace Cable will go back to the free throw line. Good look from Bree Ross right there.
That'll be Pyle's second. So Grace will go back to the line. 1 of 3 tonight thus far.
It's 2 shots at this point, I believe, rather than 1 and 1.
Yes.
Smith and Collins off of the Swain bench. And Cabe's shot is good.
Looked good.
Also checking back in is Carly Curtis for the Wildcats. So Cabe will get a second shot for her troubles here and try to put the Lady Devils up by, well, I can't do that kind of math.
Knocks it down.
34-19, so it's a 13-point lead now. And it will be Gunner bringing it into the front court for the Wildcats. Picked up by Hicks. Hicks almost got the steal. Passes her off to...
Nice move. Just couldn't finish.
3 on its way. That one's out of there, and Hicks with a rebound against 3. She's got Ross on one side. She goes all the way to the left hand.
Oh, almost gets it.
Go for, but she'll go to the line, as that's going to be on Carly Curtis with the foul, and Lindsey Hicks will draw it and go back to the free throw line.
So Lindsey 1 for 3 tonight.
And that's a little back iron again. Lindsey talking to herself about her free throws at this point.
Her sister got a little frustrated yesterday and started banking them in.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe we need to tell Lindsey that. Lindsey and Cabe with a double team, but Gunner goes right by him. And
Nice
Cabe
move.
got a piece of that one. It still went in.
That little Gunner, man, she's aggressive. Good little ball handler.
Speaking of good ball handlers, Hicks all the way to the hole. There's Smith with a rebound. Has to fight her way out. It's a jump ball. It'll be Andrews' ball, but good active awareness there by Smith. Quickly in for Hicks. Who's going to get a rare break here at the 3:12 mark is Ashton Yance. Swain up 13 as Hicks sits down. And Gunner will work against freshman Bree Ross now. That one, Cabe had that one measured all the way. And another
one
chance.
again.
That one goes for Grace. Good steal, good read of that pass. She takes it all the way coast to coast, lays it in, and I think this is her third chance.
Third chance.
Traditional three-point
Yes,
play.
it is. Knocks it down. So Grace has hit her last 3 from the free throw line.
Having Coach Grace, I can tell you this much. She wasn't happy with Wednesday night. She wasn't happy with the way she played, I'm sure, and this is her response. And that's the way you want a senior leader to respond, by coming out and playing with some emotion, which is, as we said, kind of rare for Grace.
That's right. Forget the last game. Focus on this one.
And now everybody forgot they were a point guard. Yance knocked down over there by Curtis, and that's going to be on Curtis, I would imagine.
Her second.
And Yance will go to the free throw line. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, this sophomore, Ashton Yance, is having a breakout season so far. The 17.9 rebound performance the other night was just her flat getting after it from the get-go. And she has been spot on with everything she's done, shooting-wise, being in the flow of the offense defensively. Matter of fact, that's a rare miss at the free throw line for this season.
Yeah, she's 62% normally on the year.
Fresh guard tandem in for the Wildcats as Abby Hedden and Shaylin Rattler check into the lineup. Hicks back off the Swain bench after about a minute rest there. Yance misses that one.
There's Taylor.
Collins. That one doesn't go for Taylor, and it's pulled down in there. Picked pocket by Cave, and she'll hold things up. There's Yance. She tries to go in, has it blocked, but fights for it, comes out of there with it. Ross with it, back to Yance. 3 on the way from Ashton. Had good spin, saved right to Alyssa Smith. She goes hard to the hole.
Oh.
Collins under there again, fights for it, gets underneath too far and jammed, and doesn't get it to go. We're approaching the 2-minute mark before the half, but the Lady Devils have done yeoman work on the offensive glass. And Taylor Collins getting after it too.
Atta girl.
And Hicks is back in. She's got Smith out. This is the first time all season that Coach Michael Turner has been able to use Alyssa Smith in the short burst that he probably wants to use her in.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed so far too is everybody's put in the game thus far tonight they know their role. They're doing exactly what Coach needs them to do, and they're giving him good minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're not doing anything to hurt the team so far.
Absolutely, you're right. And that's crucial when you have a short bench. It's critical that you get good play off the bench.
There's a block.
Cade, she rakes around at it, doesn't get it, but it's passed out of there. Now Cade back into the lane. There's a shot on its way. It's hard and off. Cade with good position in there, couldn't get it. She's going to get whistled for the foul, unfortunately.
It's going to be her second.
But very, very active that time around. She had the position. The ball carried off a little farther than she could control it there, and it ended up costing her. So 150 left, and she now has her second foul along with Taylor Collins.
Well, this Newton girl is not the one to foul. That's 4 for 4 for her on the night.
She is knocking them down. She is their leading scorer on the year, so that's not surprising that she can find the bucket and put the ball in it. Taylor Collins back off the Swain bench, I would imagine, for Grace Cave. That was off the front rim, and Yance has got it. So Ashton with another rebound nonetheless. She does have Collins is in for Cave, and now Yance will trigger it in for Swain. Good minutes out of Grace Cave that go around. And Hicks with the ball to try to double team her. She spins to her left, goes up court left-handed, and ball fakes all the way
Knocks
to the hole.
it down.
Lays it in. Lindsay having herself a game.
13 big points.
That one almost goes away, does it?
That should be a turnover.
Turnover on Newton over there. Yance didn't let her get comfortable in trying to get it. And so Swain will have the ball. Hicks into the front court to set the offense over to Ross. She goes straight to Collins. Collins is able to snare that ball. Hicks from the free throw line extended, almost banked that one home. Shook fights for it, can't get it. And out of there with a rebound. That was a walk, but no call. Carly Curtis with it, hands it off to Hedden now. Curtis with a shot from the corner. It's off. Collins with a rebound.
Coach, that's Taylor's 9th rebound.
In the first half.
In the first half. 8 points, 9 boards.
Yance from the wing off the Hicks pass. It's off.
Let's go 10.
She got it. She gets hammered on that. No call.
Woo.
And we're under a minute here before the half. There's Curtis on the wing against Ross. She works it. Shook's got the corner with Rattler. And there's a travel.
There's a turnover. 11th turnover we've forced thus far.
And so with 49, check that, seconds before the half, the Lady Devils, Coach Turner scrambling Cave to the scorer's table to try to get her in. She will get Shook. She will trigger it in rather than Yance. Hicks will catch it. Here comes the double team. Let's see if she beats it by herself again. Nope, uses
Nice.
Ross to the middle. Now Ross into the middle, pull-up jumper on her own. It back irons, but
There's Grace again.
She got that one with the left hand. Good use of the left hand right there by Grace Cabe to get that bucket to go. She goes with the right hand. The girl has enough of her arm where she couldn't make that shot. Charlotte Jackson quickly off the bench to get Taylor Collins. If you're wondering, Taylor does have a pair of fouls. That's why she keeps rotating in and out of there that quickly. So Jackson's in for the final 39 seconds most likely. Cabe at the line. Shook will get her.
Knocks it down. That's 4 in a row for Grace.
So Shook has her, Cabe that is, with her 2 fouls. So Coach Turner has become quite adept at protecting foul problems.
Yes, he has.
Because we've been in a bunch of them. Curtis with the ball on the wing for the Wildcats. Back up top to Hedden. She dribbles her way in. Tentatively raked out of there by Hicks. She can't get it. Now Newton goes all the way to the hole. And that's on Yance. So Brooke Newton will get that one to go.
Her second.
And that's on Yance, sure enough. And now Cabe and Collins back to the table. Offense, defense,
defense. Yes, it is.
What the?
Did she not make the basket?
Should just be one shot.
Whoa, she made the basket. What is going on?
Yeah, now we're going to have to talk about it. We're right. It should have been one free throw, but there was not communication between the officials there, so now they're going to discuss it. Coach Turner and Coach Blankenship both off the bench quickly. And now they're going to jump ball, and it'll be Swain basketball.
So the 2 counted?
Yes.
They counted
the
it.
2 counted.
Okay.
The free throw is off.
Gotcha.
Cabe and Collins are back into the game for offense. We're at 25 seconds, so should Swain choose to, they can hold it for a final shot. Or if they get a good look, they can drive hard to the hole and get fouled, which is what Yance did. You guessed it, Jackson and Shook back off the Swain bench.
Number 32, that'll be her third.
So Yance will go to the line. It's 42-26 now with 16 ticks left before halftime. And Yance will hit that one. Cabe and Collins out, Shook and Jackson in. Shahana Rattler just came off the Andrews bench into the ballgame without checking in, so we'll see how that works.
Oh, he's going to bring her back.
She ran straight to get her girl. Willa Bobble is also coming in. She's going to get the shooter, which is Ashton Yance. So Ashton has, how many fouls has she got now? 2 also?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Ashton 2, Alyssa 2, Grace 2, Taylor 2.
Yeah, that's pretty commonplace this year. Yance hits the second one, and now Willa Bobble will make her first appearance tonight for Ashton Yance. So 16 and a half seconds remain in this first period of play, or first half of play, and Andrews will bring it into the front court. That's Newton going hard to the hole.
Oh, good active hands.
Bobble and Ross, as Bobble spills to the floor trying to get it. I think she may have got tagged with a foul.
24, yes, she did.
She's 34, so I'm not sure who he called that against, but
yeah,
he's got
34. Yep.
And here come the
offenders.
Yep.
Is that 24?
Yep. Newton back to the line.
She's missed 3 in a row, Coach.
So she will get a second one for her troubles here. The clock is at 9 now. That one
knocks
goes.
It down.
So Hicks will take it. She heads into the front court with 6, 5, 4. She goes all the way to the hole.
Knocks it down.
Lays it in. And now Coach Turner's like, please just don't foul on the steal, but she can't get the shot off before the end of the first half. So Swain will take it to the half with a big 46-27 lead. We'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes and give you a halftime update. Until then, see ya.
The time is now. To pre-order your very own DVD or Blu-ray box set of the 2017 Maroon Devils varsity football season.
Third down play. They set up the screen on the left side. Oh, we miss a tackle, but there's another tackle behind him. The ball is loose. Murphy picks it up.
He's running the wrong way.
And they're running the wrong way.
This action-packed set will include every regular season game, postseason games, plus a special highlights disc. Your choice of DVD or Blu-ray discs for the low, low price of $30. Order now to have your very own Blu-ray or DVD box set just in time for Christmas.
We're at the half here from Swain County High School, folks. The Lady Devils on top, 46-27 over the Andrews Wildcats, and they're coming back on the court now, and we'll come back. Jeff, how's things looking over there?
Well, stat-wise, we'll start with the Lady Wildcats from Andrews. They're led tonight by number 24, Brooke Newton. She's on the board with 9 points. Then you look at number 23, Cheyenne Rattler. She has 5 points, but more importantly, she's been the inside presence with 6 rebounds. As we look at our Lady Devils, a lot of stats to talk about. Sophomore Ashton Yaunt's been very active tonight, a lot of different phases. 6 big points, 5 rebounds, got her hands on a lot of balls tonight. Senior Lindsey Hicks with 15 big first-half points. Senior Alyssa Smith has 2 points but 4 rebounds. And then the big story of the night thus far, the next two, Grace Cabe, who we talked about had a disappointing performance there Wednesday but bounced back in a big way tonight. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. And then Taylor Collins has been the huge presence inside, 8 big points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
Yeah, and I really feel like one of the aspects Coach Turner probably talked about at halftime was doing better on the defensive glass, being more active. Everybody, not just 1 or 2. There are a lot of occasions there where balls were bouncing around and we found ourselves being spectators. Of course, I think that's what happens when you have 4 guards and a forward on the court at any given time with our lack of height. But a good first half for the Lady Devils. They're leading almost by 20 here, so that's a good start for the second half. Hopefully we can hold on here. Just saw one of my favorite people in the world, Coach Soulsby, down below us. Spoke to him. He's doing real well, so it's good to see him out here tonight. He commented to me that it's the first time he's ever been to an Andrews basketball game in blue jeans.
And sitting in the stands, probably. Wow. Unbelievable.
So I was like, yep, you're probably right.
So let's see. That means the last time, I guess, the ark was floating, right?
Or he was playing. One or the other. I would love to know. I wish there was some way somebody could research and find out how many years that he coached over there and in what capacities, and more importantly, how many games he won.
It'd be untold, because I've heard there was years the man coached all 4 teams.
Oh, he did.
JV girls, boys, varsity girls, and boys.
He did, yeah.
That's unbelievable. I can't even imagine that.
He coached softball for about 6 years, or 8, against us. He's coached track. And like you said, every basketball team imaginable over there.
And I've heard he was an unbelievable athlete.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
He's still in fantastic shape. He nearly broke my hand shaking my hand down there. He's still in great shape. But it's good to see him. And, of course, the connection there is Coach Frank Manley played for Coach Soulsby when he was at Andrews High School. So I know for Coach Frank it was very special. And I just want to go ahead and say to anybody out there who's listening from the Swain County community, I know there's been some folks who have criticized Coach Frank for taking that job. And I just want to say, stop it. Leave the man alone. He's earned the right to do whatever he wants to do, and I applaud him.
Well, bottom line, it's like I talked to him earlier down there. He looks at this like a lot of people. I mean, it's a ministry opportunity for him. He has a chance to impact the lives of 15, 20 young people over there that desperately need that. And, he's perfect for that.
Absolutely. And he's still got stuff to give, and if he's got stuff to give, then –
and basketball's extra.
He needs to do it, absolutely.
That's the extra part.
So we applaud him. We welcome him back tonight. It's going to be weird seeing him on the opposing sideline, but that's okay. And it's good that he's doing what he wants to do.
Right.
We're almost set for second half action here. We'll remind you, of course, that we'll be with you again next Tuesday as Blue Ridge comes to town. It should be a good night of basketball all the way around. Worth saying, too, that if you don't follow Swain High School and you're not up here, that they are in exams that started today. So that's always a different creature as a coach to have to deal with that on the basketball side.
Any sport, anytime your schedule is changed at all, it's just a battle to try to keep your kids mentally focused on practice and games and keeping everything as much the same as possible.
And I know that Coach Blankenship, Coach Turner, Coach McMahon, and the whole staff, Coach Jaimez as well, very cognizant of kids and their exams and trying to shorten practice time so that they get the amount of study time and rest and everything that they need. So it's a tough time, and I know Tuesday we'll be blowing into the last leg of those exams. The final exam for Swain High School, barring no bad weather, will be next Wednesday. So they'll be on the downhill slide of that and quite ready to head into Christmas break.
Bring it on.
So second half gets underway with Wildcat basketball, and they work the ball on the perimeter. That's Paige Lindley over here with it against Cade. Cade with both arms up. She goes steamrolling by. That had to be a walk, and it was.
Mr. Egan got her.
And so Cabe will inbound to Hicks, and the Lady Devils will look to go up by 20 here in the opening segment of the second half. Hicks to the front court, finds Cabe on the wing. She looks down low. Collins was not open. Hicks was open, and there's Cabe.
There's Grace.
And she sticks it back in. Good job on the glass by Grace. And now the Lady Devils up by 21. Biggest lead of the night, biggest lead of the season for the Lady Devils. Newton 3 on the way, and she has been a machine.
Can't leave her.
For the Wildcats. She's handled almost every bit of their scoring. Hicks into the front court now, over to Yance. Yance on the wing, left hand dribble, down to the corner, tries to go baseline, just flings it cross court. Hicks happens to be there, fortunately. Smith, good ball fake, goes all the way to the hole, has it punched away, and she tries to save it. Yance tiptoes along that baseline, gets it, and when in doubt, shoot it. Nice job. It rolls out of there, and Curtis has it now. Lindley is open.
That'll be a turnover.
Smith and Collins back to stop that break. Good job hustling down the court by both of them. So now Cabe will inbound it. 6:47 in the third, and Hicks will set the Swain offense against what has been so far a 2-3 zone. Cabe looks underneath.
Nice position.
Pass, good position. Collins sticks that one home.
Was that Grace?
Grace with a good pass. Yeah, it was.
All right, assist.
So 50-30 now, still 20-point advantage for the Lady Devils.
So Taylor with a double-double.
They go inside to Rattler, back out to Curtis. Shot on the way.
That looked
she
good.
knocks that down. So the Wildcats offense may be waking up here. They've stuck a couple of pretty good-looking shots. Hicks into the front court. Cabe ball fakes, and she got called for the travel on that, so it'll be Andrews basketball. Curtis to inbound it here.
For us.
And she stepped over the line.
Turnover for Andrews.
And it'll be Swain basketball. So Smith will try it from underneath, and she does it pretty well. That one falls out for Taylor. She was so wide open, she didn't realize it. Turning the corner, running shot. Cabe there with the rebound. She tries to spin out, can't, but finds Hicks. She's off to the races, one-on-one, all the way down, lays it in and out, gets her own rebound back,
and
sticks it in. Bree Ross quickly off the Swain bench. I would imagine that's an Alyssa Smith substitution. For those of you who don't know, Alyssa has diabetes, and she monitors her sugar quite well, but that's the best maximum way to use her is in spurts so that she can better control her fatigue level. Hicks with a runner. It's off. Curtis with the rebound, and here come the Wildcats. We saw the action get up and down the court real fast there in the first half. Collins with a rebound. Here we go the other way. It's 2-on-1 with Hicks and Yance. Bounce pass to Yance. She's got it. Nice give and go by Hicks and Yance on that 2-on-1.
That's an assist.
And 22 points for a 22-point lead for the Lady Devils. Cabe almost with a steal. Now Lindley charges in, is stopped. Rattler throws it back outside to Newton.
Look at Grace. She is all over the place.
And that's Yance got the rebound.
So Grace charged out here to try to get in the passing lane, way beyond the three-point line. Andrews gets the ball inside, back out to the corner, and there's Grace again with a hand up. She's all over the place tonight.
She is definitely
really redeeming herself.
Using her athleticism.
Yes, she is. That's good to see.
That we all know she has crazy, freakishly athletic skills. Lindley with a three on the way. That banks off. She gets her own rebound. Ross doesn't block her out. There's another block by Collins. And we got a jump ball as Ross, Collins, and Lindley all spill to the floor. And it will be Swain basketball out of that jump. So Swain with the ball. 54-32, looking to go up by 24, their biggest lead of the night. Hicks into the front court. Ross on the wing, thought about it, back to Hicks. Good look, good setup by Ross right there. It goes off. Cabe with a rebound, shoots it short. Collins couldn't come out of there with it. Here come the Cats. They throw it ahead. Hicks gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. So the Andrews basketball underneath here. Brooke Newton will inbound it from underneath. She inbounds to Lindley, looks inside. It's a jump hook off. Rattler with a rebound, and she sticks it in. So Swain will set their offense now against this 2-3 zone, which they've had no trouble with thus far. Yance with a 3 on the
Looks
way.
good.
And Ashton cans that one off the pass from Lindsay. Wow.
Woo.
So now we're up by 23. Largest lead of the night. Bree Ross was just trying to get out of the way.
Yes, she was.
Caught no man's land.
That'll be Bree's second foul of the night.
But Kenzie Gunner is quite aggressive off the dribble.
Yes, she is. I like her. She has a lot of spunk to her.
Yes, she does. A senior guard for the Wildcats. Her first free throw is good. Alyssa Smith back in the game after that short rest. She'll give Cabe a breather.
Was that one good?
It was.
Okay, thank you.
I think this is more how Coach Turner envisioned using his bench throughout the season, but he's not been able to do it because of foul difficulties this year. He's had to make wholesale substitutions, and 3 starters at a time sit out, and those type of things. It's weird. Collins with a good box out, gets the rebound.
Taylor. I'm running out of boxes. That's a good thing.
And that one's tipped off of Andrews thanks to Ross's hustle, so it'll be Swain basketball right here. Smith will inbound it from right in front of her own bench. She finds Ross in the corner. Ross is open, shoots it on the way. It looked good when it left her hand, but it wouldn't go. Smith goes for it, but here comes Gunner. She's going to cross over, go to the left hand, shoots it with her right, gets it to go. I think this tempo suits her game.
Yes, it does.
Good kick. Yance on the corner, starts to go left, is cut off. She finds Hicks again. Hicks will fire. She's got it from that wing. It's Smith right in her hands, and Alyssa lays it in for a bucket. 59-37, 22-point lead still for the Lady Devils. 3:15 and counting in your third. Remember, guys, action to follow. Rattler give and go to Lindley. Smith tries to dig it out of there.
Knocks it down.
Paige Lindley knocks that one in. Kicked ahead to Smith. She's got a lane. Goes all the way with a running shot. Can't get it to go. Lindley with a rebound. And now here comes Gunner on the bounce into the front court. Cross court to Lindley. Back to Gunner. Gunner guarded by Hicks. Spins up and off. Yance misses out on the rebound, and that's going to be a Pile with the rebound. Not sure who the foul was on.
I think it was 14, but I'm not.
Smith.
Yes, 14. So that's going to be her third.
So a lot of 3 subs at the Swain bench, or Swain scores table now. And this will be Pyle at the free throw line.
What a roll.
Took the scenic route, but it got home. And out of the game will be Yance, Collins, and Hicks. Cabe, Jackson, and Shook check in for the Lady Devils. Second one on its way for Pyle, a sophomore. That back iron.
Good
Jackson
position.
had the position.
Yes, she did.
She got cut off. Now Gunner fires a 3, back iron no good, and Jackson working her butt off under there. And I think she just got whistled with a foul, but she did, in my mind, she did a great job clearing out from underneath that basket.
It'll be Charlotte's second.
She got whistled for it. It'll be Andrews basketball. Shook gets a hand on that. Now Ross spills to the floor to tie up a jump ball. It'll still be Andrews. There's going to be parts of this film study that the Lady Devils will have with Coach Turner they're not going to like very much, because he's not going to like it very much.
Right.
There's still quite a bit of standing around on the defensive glass sometimes. 3 on its way,
Knocks
and it's
it
good
down
by Abby Hedden, the sophomore.
Her second 3 of the game.
So 59-43 now. The Wildcats starting to inch their way back in this a little bit. So now Swain with 4 out. They're going to take their time here with 2 minutes left to go in this, and maybe try to draw Andrews out into man-to-man.
Sure is. That's exactly what he's doing. Andrews' coach is imploring for more pressure, but it's not going to matter. It's 3-on-2 out here.
Ross with the dribble alive over to Smith. Back to Cabe. Back to Smith. 1:46 in case you're wondering about time. Smith goes down the middle of the lane, is contacted, no foul call. Jackson
again
with a couple of rebounds, has her shot blocked but fouled in there. So good active hands in there by Charlotte Jackson. She's going to get a pair of free throws.
23.
to her credit, and just like that, Collins, Hicks, and Yance off the Swain bench.
So Charlotte will get to her first trip to the line tonight.
Well, hang on, we got a violation.
Go back out there, Kiera. Go back out there.
So it's a violation on Andrews, so Charlotte will get 2 more free throws, or an additional free throw.
Yes.
That one.
So close.
Go. So now Hicks and Yance will check in for Ross and Shook. Collins waits at the Andrews bench, incredulous that she's shooting 3 shots, but
and the bank's
open. So Charlotte on the board with a free throw there, and it's 60-43, 138 remaining in this one. And it will be Gunner into the front court, guarded by Hicks. Picks up her dribble over to Lindley. To the wing on Hedden. Hedden looks inside, nothing going there. Now she finds Rattler. Cabe digs around at it, flies out, but Andrews gets it back.
Nice cross court.
Oh, boy. Smith will get tagged with another foul.
I don't really know what else she could have done right there.
I don't either.
That's 4.
She doesn't either. So to the line is Powell, I believe. Is that 15?
Yes, sir. 1 for 1 on the night. And the bank.
She saw that the bank was open.
Another bank.
Fizzed in herself. Ross in for Smith.
Again. Nope. There's Rattler. Puts it back home.
And don't look now, but the Wildcats are back to 14 in this thing.
Rattler into double digits.
Good move by Ross. Back to Hicks. Hicks inside to Collins. Good catch by Taylor. Back out to Ross. Wide open look for Bree. No go. Rattler with it. Cabe trying to dig around at it, but now here comes Gunner. We're at 50 seconds and counting in the third period. Tipped right to Lindley. Shot on the way, and it is front iron and off. Yance didn't get there in time to box out. Lindley will be fouled, and that'll be Taylor Collins.
That's 3 on Taylor.
So that is 3. And Lindley will go to the line.
Not been there at all tonight. First trip.
She makes the first one, and now it is a 13-point game. What at one time was a 22-point lead for the Lady Devils has now become 13 and perhaps 12. Yes, 12 now, with 40 seconds remaining in this third period of play. Hicks into the front court, works against Gunner, crosses over, looks, pass is batted out of bounds. It'll be Swain basketball. Ross will trigger it in from underneath her own goal. Andrews has switched to man as they wanted. Now it is turned over there by Swain. Gunner tries to win the race, doesn't. Now she spins out of there, goes all the way to the hole and lays it in. There was nothing Taylor Collins could do. It's now a 10-point Swain lead, 60-50. Hicks spins her way in, finds Ross on the wing inside to Collins. Collins double team back out to Ross. Ross on the dribble now, back to Hicks up top. Hicks is going to be whistled for a walk on that one. And now, with 10 seconds remaining in the third, Andrews has a chance to get it under double digit. So Gunner with the basketball now works against Hicks. She's into the front court, stutter dribble, into the lane, shot on the way. It's off. She gets her own rebound. No, Bree Ross digs it out of there and goes the other way with it. Can't get the shot off, but she keeps the lead at 10 for the Lady Devils. We're through 3 here at Swain. It's 60-50. In favor of the Lady Devils. We'll be back with the final 8 in just a minute. So 8 minutes remain in this one. The Lady Devils still with a 10-point advantage, and they have the ball. Coach Turner wanted the Wildcats out of the zone into a man, and they are now in that. Now Hicks goes all the way by, lays it up, it's off, but there's Cabe with a rebound, tackled underneath, no call. And now Ross back to Hicks on the wing, 3 on its way. She's backed all the way out to the Devils logo on a box out, no call on that. Here comes Abby heading the other way. She throws it ahead. There's Bree Ross with the steal. Now Ross throws it wildly. Picked off over there by Radler. She goes cross court. Ross picks it off again. Can't save it from going out of bounds, though. And Alyssa Smith quickly off the Swain bench, even though she has 4 fouls. Coach Michael Turner turns to her quickly into this 4th period of play. Andrews basketball underneath their own goal. It will be Brooke Newton to trigger it in. Curtis with a shot, and it is off. Hicks with a rebound over there. And fouls on the shot. Looks like it's going to be Shaylon Radler.
That's just Lindsay's first.
That's an amazing thing to say at this juncture in the game, Coach. I'll be blunt. We've not seen that.
So Shaylin with her first trip to the line tonight.
And a chance to cut this Swain lead under 10 into single digits for the first time in a long time. That one is good. So 9-point advantage for Swain. And Radler with one more free throw to her credit, a chance to cut this thing to 8. And the Lady Devils have been sitting on 60 for a while now. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it's been a while.
It's been a while.
They need a bucket.
She does it. Knocks it down.
So 60-52, they come out and pressure. Inbound to Hicks. She works against Hedden, ahead to Yance. Yance turns the corner, goes all the way to the hole.
That'll be
foul on Newton. And Ashton Yance will go to the free throw line, looking to the clock is still running. They have not picked up on that yet. Yance will shoot 2. The clock's still running.
Knocks it down.
So Ashton with a chance to push this thing back up to at least double digits here with another free throw.
Knocks it down, her 4th in a row.
So now Wildcats inbound. They find Brooke Newton over on the wing. She's got it. Gunner is out of the game at the time. Curtis with it inside, blocked by Smith, even though she has 4 fouls. Now the ball's on the floor. Yance over there tries to rip it out, and they spill to the floor, exchange elbows before getting up. That will be Andrews' ball. But a daring block by Alyssa Smith with 4 fouls, but it was clean. But I'll be honest with you, as a former girls coach, that clean doesn't always matter in a girls game.
It does not.
There are officials who don't think girls can block shots.
Oh, there's one by Taylor. Her 4th block. Who scored?
Newton with the bucket. Newton. And it's back to 8. Here comes Cabe up court with it. She charges ahead, crosses over, has it poked out. Collins can't get it. Cabe tries to poke it out of there, does. Yance with it. And we've got a technical foul on the Andrews bench. Called from the other baseline. So a technical foul on, looks like it's going to be on the assistant coach for Andrews. And Hicks will shoot the technical free throw for Swain.
Wow.
Then it will be Swain ball.
This could be big. Potential 4 or 5 point swing here.
So a 2-point technical free throw for Lindsay. And then Lady Devil basketball on the side, which they had the ball anyway, so at least if you're a coach, that's when you would prefer to get the technical instead of turning it over for your team. And that one's good by Lindsay.
Puts one in.
Shows you the confidence that Coach Michael Turner has in his senior. We talked about her not having a great free throw shooting percentage at the start of this.
Knocks those 2 down.
She calmly steps up there with the lead down to 8 and knocks both of them down to go back to 10.
Her 19th point of the game.
And now directs traffic to put her team in the offense. It's going to be high screen and roll with her and Collins.
They give her space.
She steps back and cans that one. Good play call by Michael Turner.
5 points series.
To put those 2 into the situation that they were in. That's Hedden with a 3. She's hit one over there already. Yance battles for it, bats it right back to Hedden. Now Smith's got her coming off of the Newton screen. Cabe's got her. Will not let her reverse the field. And Newton goes all the way to the hole. That shot's long. Yance with a rebound. No, Hicks. Check that.
Yes.
So Hicks steams the other way. Hesitation dribble, finds Cabe on the wing. Back to Smith up top. Now Hicks resets things, finds the screen, comes off of it, open 3 on the way, back iron no good. Yance races for it, can't get there, dives after it. Now Newton comes the other way with numbers on her side, goes right at Smith, pass to Curtis, and Curtis knocks it down.
6 points for Curtis.
Hicks again beats the pressure by Hedden, throws it ahead to Yance. Back to Hicks, Hedden doesn't stay with her. But Lindsay thinks better of it all the way across court to Smith. They look inside to Collins again, and there's a trip by Curtis, who I think was in foul trouble as well.
She is. That's her 4th.
Bree Ross off the Swain bench waits to be motioned in. She's going to get Smith. And in again are the backcourt duo of Lindley and Gunner, who have been the best players the Wildcats have on the court. So advantageous to get them back in. Collins with a huge height advantage.
Nice look.
And she is fouled.
Got a whistle?
Yes.
Whew.
She is fouled.
Number 32, if that's Curtis, that's 5. She's going to be gone.
It is 5.
So Taylor Collins to the line, her first trip tonight. 10 points, 12 rebounds from Taylor so far.
That one goes
Knocks
for
it down. That a girl.
So Swain back up by 12 at this juncture. Curtis is replaced by Powell. And the second one by
gets them both.
Taylor goes, and here come the Wildcats now trailing by 13 in this one. It'll be Gunner now controlling the ball. She's guarded by Hicks. Lindley on this side works, passes into Rattler. It's supposed to have been a give and go. Instead, Rattler is fouled, and that will be on Collins.
That'll be her 4th, Coach.
Yeah, quickly off the bench comes Alyssa Smith. She's going to check in for Collins. We'll see if this has an effect on the game in terms of rebounding for the Lady Devils. So at the line is Cheyenne Rattler. She's the junior. I think it's a 2-shot foul, or are we in the 1-and-1? 1-and-1.
Must be 1-and-1.
Ashton Yance boxes out, grabs that rebound, quickly finds Bree Ross, who brings it up court. Cabe on this side. She's going to attack.
Oh, look at that step
what
under.
A play.
Wow.
Grace Cabe Euro steps her way right around Rattler and lays it home, 71-56.
17 big points from Grace.
Back around. Newton up top against Yance. Yance takes
that's an
the
offensive.
Shot.
Yes,
Offensive.
it is.
Nicely done by Ashton Yance to draw that foul. Well played
Atta girl.
by the sophomore. And now Swain basketball, 4:40 remaining in this one. Hicks with the ball in her hand, 71-56 Lady Devils. She calls out a play, checks with Coach Michael Turner before executing it. Bobs in, comes back out. Here comes the screen by Smith. Gunner gets around that. Yance on the side finds Cabe up top. Cabe looks it over, nobody moving. Back to Hicks. Cabe goes to the block now, over to Ross. Ross goes corner to Cabe. Cabe turns, shoots it off the iron. Smith check that. Powell comes out of there with it, trying to win the foot race, and she does.
Oh, that's blocked.
You're not going to win that foot race.
Get it out of here, says Grace. Her second block of the night. 2 blocks, 2 steals, 9 rebounds, and 17 points.
It will be Andrews basketball. Powell almost turns it over. Gunner tries to go back to Newton in the corner, throws it right back to Cabe. Cabe hands it off to Yance. Yance ahead to Hicks. Hicks with it. Steps out for a 3. Calmly shoots it. No good. There's Smith with a rebound. Is mauled underneath. And it'll be Swain basketball as Paige Lindley was on the out-of-bounds line.
Cow.
And Michael Turner is going to take a timeout here. It's 3:46 remaining in this one. 71-56. The Lady Devils battled their way back up to a 15-point lead. And, Jeff, just to set the stages, foul trouble for the Lady Devils are Smith and Collins.
Yeah, Smith and Collins both with 4. Nobody else has more than 2.
That's a good sign. And on the other side, Kaylee Curtis has fouled out of this game, and no one else is in significant foul trouble. So theoretically, fouls should not play a factor in this for the Lady Devils. The next foul for the Lady Devils will give Andrews a 1-and-1. Andrews has one more to play with, so we won't be shooting free throws just yet. Options for Coach Michael Turner.
Well, it looks to me like at this point in the game, so far the big call is going to be this technical foul over here on this assistant coach. You go back and look at that. That was a 5-point swing just as Andrews had cut this thing under 10 and had some momentum.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden we shoot it back up. So that's going to be worth looking at the end of this game.
And it was Lindsey Hicks, the senior leader, who stepped to the forefront to supply all 5 of those. And we'll see how active she is in the final minutes, guarded out there by Kenzie Gunner. Yance on the outside. She's got Cabe on her wing. And now both of them break away. Cabe not even guarded, so she doesn't have to go anywhere. Now she goes all the way to the baseline to find Yance. Yance spins her way back out, takes it all the way back out top, finds Hicks with a wild pass. Cabe goes intermediary, it bounces, and it goes right to
Brooke Newton.
And Newton up court against Cabe now. And Lindley on the wing, smacked out of there by Smith. Now Smith has it dug away by Newton. 3 on the way. It's off Cabe with it. Cabe finds Hicks, and things settle.
Cabe with a double-double now.
Hicks walks her way into the front court at the 3-minute mark of this game. It looks like Coach Turner's
going to spread
this thing out and try to drive to the basket. There's Hicks. Things are getting real congested on one side. Gunner trying to reach in and punch the ball away. Hicks tries to break in. There's some hand checks.
Yes, there is.
Cabe with that. Cabe battles her way out, and there's a foul. And that is on Powell.
Her third.
So Cabe will, I think we've got one more before the 1-and-1. Nope, it's 1-and-1 here for Grace Cabe. So Swain still 71-56.
Grace 5 of 8 on the night. Make it 6 of 9.
This is a season high for the Lady Devils. Their previous season high in games was 65 over at Rosman. They lost that one 75-65. Prior to that, it was 50 against Robbinsville, 47 against Highlands, and 46 against Smoky on Wednesday. So 72 points is a season high for the Lady Devils, and a lot of people stepping up.
Oh, good showing tonight. I mean, we've got 3 people right now that I can just think of in double digits, 2 players with double-doubles. So a lot of people contributed in a big way tonight. And really needed it tonight.
Absolutely.
Got to have some confidence.
I think realistically the Lady Devils probably would not want to freeze this ball as much as they are if they didn't have foul trouble out of Collins and Smith.
Right. I mean, we've had a lot of success getting to the hoop tonight, and offensive rebounds have been huge, so just keep doing what we're doing.
So it'll be Cabe with one more here to her credit. A chance to push this lead up again. She shoots it. It's a short, but she's going to win the race to the offensive rebound. She gets fouled again, this time by Gunner, and Cabe will go back to the line for another 1-and-1 by sheer hustle.
Yeah, she's definitely been on her A game tonight, and that's good to see. But, it's kind of one of those deals where she's going to have to figure out she's going to have to be on that A game every night for us to have a chance.
Absolutely. You're right.
Can't be any laxes.
All of these girls are.
Yes.
First one is good. So 73-56. We're at 2:34.
Grace's 13th free throw.
Second one, Smith with a rebound. She got fouled, no call. Rattler comes away with it. And now Gunner will steam the other way, throws it to Lindley. Hicks almost had the steal. Almost steal. Oh, and they're going to whistle Lindsey Hicks with the foul.
She's a little aggravated at that call. Lindsey's second of the night. Should be a 1-and-1.
Oh, yeah, we're shooting free throws from now on. It'll be Paige Lindley to shoot them. And she's got the first one.
Paige's 7th point of the night.
Second one on its way. Front iron no good. Smith with a rebound. bounces her way out of there off of Gunner.
Coach, that's Alyssa's 7th rebound. A quiet 7 rebounds, but big.
Yance
Holy cow. It's mugged.
Every which way but loose. That's going to be on Newton.
Her 3rd.
Yance will go to the line. I think we're shooting 1-1 one more time before it becomes 2.
Ashton has hit her last 4 free throws tonight in a row.
So Yance back to the line here. 73-57 your score. 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Might get 5 in a row.
That one.
So Yance with 6 and 5. That's 11 big points. 6 rebounds.
Ashton spins the second one. Sets herself. Shot on its way. Good
Make it
form,
12 points.
It's good. She calmly makes both of those, and it's back to 75-57. 18-point lead with 2 minutes remaining in this one. Lindley on the wing looks underneath.
Nice
finds
look.
Powell, and
Holy
Powell
cow.
laid that one in. Coach Michael Turner off the bench telling Lindsey Hicks to slow down. And she will. We're under 1:47 now.
That's a foul. Holy cow. He got her. He got her. That's Gunner's 3rd.
We're to 2 free throws now. So Lindsay will shoot a pair for her troubles. And a chance to extend this back to 18. That one crawled in.
Let's see if I can count here. That's 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2. Lindsay, 23 points on the night, looking for 24. Is that a season high?
I think she had 26 first time we.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So now Gunner will bring it into the front court. Lindley on the wing, guarded by Ross. Inside to Powell. She tries to find Newton. Newton shot up. Back iron no good. Yance with a rebound. And Coach Turner trying to tell her to slow down, but she charges all the way to the corner, has the ball punched away, but a foul called on Newton over there, and she's close to fouling out at this juncture.
That's 4.
122. And Kiera Shook at the scorer's table. Reese Welch getting her instructions. Willa Bible getting her instructions. They will be checking into the game now. Yance's first one crawls home.
That's 7 in a row, Coach, from the line for Ashton.
So Shook and Welch in for Smith and Cabe. And Yance will get a second one here.
Ashton has 16 big points on the night, 7 rebounds.
Her second free throw to make it a 20-point lead rattles out. That rebound by Powell. She hands it off to Gunner. Now Gunner works her way up court against Reese Welch, fresh into the game. Gunner goes all the way to the hole, misses the shot. Rattler with a rebound, and she gets that to go. So Hicks now with the ball. We're now at the 1 minute mark in this one. 78-61 your score. And Hicks casually bounces that one off of her foot. Gunner tries to get it, and Shook ends up fouling her trying to get to the ball.
Huh.
So that will put Gunner back at the line.
Yep.
And Bible checks in for Yance now. So on the court for the Lady Devils is Shook, Ross, Shook, Bible, Welch, and Hicks.
Yeah, you about have to keep Lindsay out there to keep things under control and handle that ball.
Yeah. First one on the way, and it is good for Gunner.
That puts Gunner in double figures tonight, 10 points.
49.8 seconds remain. And that one's good as well. So Ross and Hicks will handle the ball now. Hicks weaves her way along, passes off to Shook, who is now guarded. She goes over, and that's stolen by Lindley, and she lays it in. So 78-65. Ross comes back and gets the ball now. It's 26 seconds remaining in this one. Ross dribbles it, crosses over, back out to Hicks. Hicks will stand and hold it. We're under 20 seconds and counting. And an offensive foul on Hicks for pushing off. 14.8 seconds left. 13-point lead for the Lady Devils. Will be Andrews basketball. Abby Hedden will inbound it to Gunner. Gunner to Lindley. Bobble on her. Ross underneath, and there's a three-point play by Rattler with 6.8 seconds left. I think, though, it may be a little too late for the Wildcats.
It's going to be too late, yes. Valiant effort, though.
So Cheyenne Rattler back to the free throw line with a chance to cut it to 10. Back iron, rebounded by Ross. She'll bring it out. Crosses herself over, goes the other way. We're to 2-1. And the Lady Devils have won this one 78-67 for their first win of the season and their first win in Smoky Mountain Conference play. You got any totals for us over there, unofficially?
I'll have to do some counting.
Well, we'll talk about
all
those.
My little circles.
We'll talk about those when we come back for the guys' game.
Okay,
we'll be back for the guys' game here in about 5 minutes. Just set your clock. Come on back with us. Exciting men's basketball action in the Smoky Mountain Conference coming your way next on the Maroon Devils Network.
The time is now to pre-order your very own DVD or Blu-ray box set of the 2017 Maroon Devils varsity football season.
Third down play. They set up the screen on the left side. Oh, we miss a tackle, but there's another tackle behind him. The ball is loose. Murphy picks
He's
it up.
running the wrong way.
And they're running the wrong way.
This action-packed set will include every regular season game, postseason games, plus a special highlights disc. Your choice of DVD or Blu-ray discs for the low price of $30. Order now to have your very own Blu-ray or DVD box set just in time for Christmas.
Hello again, everyone. We're back, ready for some men's action tonight as the Maroon Devils are hosting Andrews here in Smoky Mountain Conference play. Swain sitting at 1-1 in third place in the Smoky Mountain Conference. The Wildcats 0-2, 1-2 overall on the season, come in tonight looking for their first conference win, and a big one it would be for them. And their coach, Coach Frank Manley, returning to a place that he called home on these sidelines for many, many years. And so we should have a dandy here tonight in this very, very talented Andrews young squad against this Swain bunch that a lot like the ladies played sluggish Wednesday and are probably looking to play better tonight.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I know Coach McMahon's got after them the last couple of days in practice, and he's looking to get the tune put back in more of a positive way here. You know, a lot of expectations were met last year, and they're looking to keep building on that and just keep growing this basketball program here at Swain County High School.
Well, I'll tell you one fact that is inescapable is that number 12, Zeke Bradley, the junior center for the Maroon Devils, has quite honestly been the best player on the court in both of the previous games that we covered, and Zeke has at times carried this team when they needed it. They were down against Robbinsville, and he hit 3 consecutive old-fashioned three-point plays in the paint with people hanging on all over him. And he is going to be a force in this game. Coming into the night, he's averaging right at 19 points a game. So, and shooting 57% from the field. So he is a force that Andrews will have to account for.
Yes, he is. I mean, Zeke, he's a basketball player. He loves it. He lives it. He breathes it. And when Zeke keeps his composure and does what he needs to do, he's as good a player as there is in this conference.
Well, a little bit of the pressure inside on Zeke is taken away with the return of Seth Parker in there, the 6'3" Seth Parker. Yes. The most impressive thing about Seth, 11 points per game, but Jeff, he's doing it shooting 69% from the field. 69%.
Seth has always been great at using his body to get phenomenal position in there, and I'm sure we have people that can get it to him. And like you said, you're going to worry about Zeke, you're going to worry about Seth. So that's a big time for us.
And of the two, Seth, much more dangerous post player, probably even than Zeke because of the way he plays.
Yes.
And you'll see that unfold as we go. A trio of guards on the outside, and only one of those really experienced, and that is Briar Yance returning. You have a lot of experience with Briar and the type of player he is and what he brings to the table. So far this season, averaging 10 points per game at shooting at a 56% clip. He's capable of a lot more. His team just hasn't needed that yet.
Man, I'm telling you, Briar is as good an athlete as I've ever had the opportunity to coach. He can do it all. He's a very gifted, very heady player, very aggressive, and hopefully he'll bring that senior leadership and kind of be the kind of common force we need.
Well, along with him is Gage Southards and Bradley Vestal, and along with them, Jesse Waldroot come to the table, and they are going to have to provide some of that outside spark that was lost with the graduation of Evan Turner. Evan Bradley. Sorry.
About the same. There you go. You know, you're not going to replace an Evan Bradley. I mean, it's just impossible, the things he did last year. But you do have Gage. Gage is also, he's kind of like Briar. He's a phenomenal athlete, can do a lot of things, really good ball handler, and he can score when he needs to. But I look for Gage tonight to really make his mark on the defensive end.
Well, the Maroon Devils are going to have their hands full tonight with this talented group from Andrews who are just feeling their way along. And I have a feeling that at some point when they figure it out, things are going to be really tough on their opponents.
I've watched this group come all the way through the middle school ranks, and I'm telling you, the athletes are over there at Andrews High School right now, and teams are going to have to look out for the next 3 or 4 years with this bunch.
Well, I tell you what, we're just moments away from tip-offs, and we're going to step aside and do the starting lineups. So stay tuned. We'll have action coming your way in just a minute.
And now our starters for the Angels. Number 2, Tyler Hall. Number 5, Dave Ellis. Number 10, Cody Max. Number 15, Alan Phillips. And number 30, Austin Holloway. And now for your Maroon Devils. And our number 3, James Maroon. And our number 25, Bradley. Let's go.
And we're set for tip-off here. Should be a good one from Swain High School. Looking forward to this one a lot, Jeff.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of electricity in the air right now. Obviously, the comeback of Coach Frank Manley. Just can't wait to get this one going and see what happens.
Seth Parker to jump it off. He'll go against Cody Mathis. Number 10 for the Wildcats. Mathis right at 6'2", Parker right at 6'3". Parker's going to win the tip but lose it to Ellis, who charges the other way, reverses dribble, running one-hander off the glass and good for Cabe Ellis. So quickly the freshman for Andrews on the board. Bradley over to Yance. Yance a 3 on its way. He's open. That back iron's no good. And rebounded over there by Dylan Phillips, who leads the Wildcats in scoring. Kicked ahead. That's underneath to Holloway. And we got a jump ball. Good job by Southern to tie that up. Swain basketball. And it will be Parker to inbound for the Maroon Devils. Southern will set the offense. It is a man-to-man. No. It's a diamond and one on Bradley.
I believe it is.
Bradley rattles that one home. So Zeke on the board early on. 2-2, 7:20 left. Ellis charges into the front court. Vestal stops him. Kicks it back to Mathis. Mathis guarded by Parker. Yance goes for the steal on Holloway, but back up top to Ellis. Vestal's got him. Ellis beats him off the dribble.
Nice look.
Underneath to Holloway, and that's a bucket by Bryson Holloway, another freshman for the Wildcats. Southern's into the front court. Yance left alone over on that wing. Finds Parker underneath. Parker charged, running one-hander. It's off. Pulled out of there by the Mathis of the Wildcats. Pitched ahead to Holloway. He'll be stopped by Bradley. And now over, clean look for Phillips. 3 on the way. It's off. Bradley rakes that one down, heads the other way with it. He's got Vestal in front of him and 5 Wildcats. He tries to split, finds Parker. Parker in the paint, short on that one. Pulled out by Phillips, who charges the other way, then pulls it back out. Out to Ellis. Ellis spins away from Vestal, now charges into the lane again. No look pass. And John Hagler was open, but he wasn't ready to take that one.
No, so Big John's not going to pull the 3 over there.
He was ready. He was open. If he'd been ready, he could have shot it. So Southern's now into the front court. 4-2 your score, and it's already been a frenetic pace. Parker fumbles that one away. He's able to get it. They seem content to let Vestal, Yance, and Southard shoot. Holloway comes out there with it. What is
He's
that?
just warning Coach Frank for something.
What do you warn him about?
I have no idea.
What was that all about?
I have no idea.
Bradley up top with it nonetheless. He kicks over to Yance. Yance with a 3 on
Knocks
its way.
it down.
Yance hits that one. And this may be that night where they're going to take the inside away, and Briar Yance will have to have one of those nights and fill it up. The Maroon Devils need to take a page out of the Lady Devils book and get their hands up.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of fouls.
First foul on Bradley Vestal.
First foul of the game, but I suspect it won't be the last.
No.
Ellis with the ball into the front court, guarded by Vestal. He charges by.
That's gonna be
Vestal's
a
going
hand
to get
check.
it again for the hand check.
Oh,
And like I said, you got to get your hands up. The girls learned their lesson on this. The boys are going to have to learn it. Quickly off the bench, waiting to be motioned in, is Jesse Waldrop for the Maroon Devils. He comes in for Bradley Vestal, and Ellis will start it. He and Southard swap. Now Southard's will guard Ellis. Holloway with the ball on the wing. He finds Mathis. Mathis dribbles around Parker all the way to the hole.
That should be a charge.
Offensive foul.
Yes, it is.
Nicely done in there by Jesse Waldrop, and it'll be Swain basketball. 5-4 your score. 5:30 and counting remaining in the first period of play. It is, in fact, a diamond and one. Actually, a triangle and two now. Southard's being guarded by Ellis. That one fumbled away by Bradley. Holloway into the front court with it. Looks it over with. Now hesitates but loses the handle. Now goes back the other way and finds Holloway. That's Bryson Holloway. Back out to Ellis. Phillips all the way to the hole, and that's going to be out of bounds. Another foul.
Wow. Zeke's first?
That was on Zeke.
Yes. Yes, 12.
So Ellis will inbound it from underneath his own goal.
That should be 5.
Oh,
now
he got
what?
a foul. He's got a foul.
Holy cow. We may be here a while. Man.
I'd love to explain that one to you, but I can't. So.
Who knows?
He said he was face guarding, so I don't know what that is. It's pass interference in football. I know that. He threw that one up for grabs. He's lucky he came away with it, and Briar didn't. Swain painting themselves into some trouble right
Yes,
away
they are.
with the foul situation.
Already 14 fouls.
I've seen this before. It doesn't turn out well. Ellis hesitates, picks it up, puts it down, goes all the way to the hole, comes back out with it, pushes off, no
Yes, he
call.
does.
There's not going to be any offensive foul calls like that. It'll be on the defense. He goes all the way to the corner. Holloway walked with it. So turnover by the Wildcats, and we'll go back the other way. 4:42 in your first. Still 5-4 Maroon Devils. Southards will bring it up.
There's Briar wide open. Boom! Knocks it down.
That won't last long. That was a walk, no call. That was a foul. They got that one. That's on Southards.
The Gage is first.
We'll be in the 1-1 in a minute, folks.
Yes, we will. That's 5.
4:28, 8-4 your score. Ellis with it. He comes into the front court. That's Tucker Holloway. He passes off to Dylan Phillips, who works against Southards. Phillips to the free throw line. Jump good. Southards into the front court now. Kicks it all the way across court to Yance. Wide open again. Yance fires. That one's long. Pulled out of there by Ellis. Behind the back. And if that's on Zeke Bradley, folks, it's going to be a tough night. It's on Seth Parker.
Seth's first.
Yeah, but more importantly, it's the 6.
Team 6.
So before this first quarter is over, the Wildcats will be shooting free throws for their offense instead of having to set up. Ellis works against Southards. Good switch out there all the way across court. Back out top to Holloway. Ellis on the wing. Now up top, works against Southard's. Holloway, they dig. There's a steal. They can't get it. Holloway comes away with it. Phillips keeps his dribble. And why in the world do we do that?
Hey, man, come on.
Whew. Southard's. And to the line for 1-and-1, just like I predicted. At the 3:33 mark, Dylan Phillips, the Wildcats' leading scorer, averaging 17 a game, goes to the free throw line. On the plus side of that, though, Jeff, he's only shooting 50%
Yes.
from the line. But that's probably an indication of how few free throws he shot.
That's right.
More so than what kind of shooter he is. Hunter Call off the Swain bench quickly. He's got Southard's, who, as we indicated, has 2 fouls. And now Phillips will get his second with a chance to tie the game here at 8 in the early going of the first period. And he does. Bradley inbounds to Waldrop, who will now bring the ball up court. Hunter Call in the corner. There are going to be some open looks. It's important that the Maroon Devils stick them. Now instead of Southard, Yance is the man that's going to be
traveled.
So it's going to be up to somebody other than Yance now to hit the outside shot in that diamond triangle into now that they've gone to covering the three-point shooters. Holloway on the outside against Call. Between his legs, goes to the hole. It's kicked. And that will be Andrews' ball underneath. Not sure if it was Yance or Bradley, but somebody got a foot on it. And now Ellis will inbound from underneath. He finds Bryson Holloway over there, who kicks it back out to Mathis, guarded by Parker. Now Tucker Holloway back to Mathis. Ellis goes all the way to the hole, kicks it back out to Holloway. Shot on its way, rattles around and in. So that is Bryson Holloway, the freshman. Tucker Holloway, number 2, is also a freshman.
With the assist from a freshman.
Yance takes a look, shoots it, it's off. But
There's Seth.
Parker had a shot.
Be Andrews' ball.
Well, I'll be honest with you, it looked like Seth had a shot to stick that back in and got fouled and had to come down with it. And so, nonetheless, the Wildcats with the ball, they lead by 2 and will bring it up court. Ellis with the ball against Waldrop, passes over to Holloway. Holloway works against Call, crosses back over. Back over to Phillips on the wing, guarded by Yance. They switch with Call, and now we've got a call on Hunter Call for hand checking. Just to let you know, the foul situation at this point is 8 Swain, 1 Andrews. And to the line again is Dylan Phillips, as we alluded to, the Wildcats' leading scorer. And that one is good. This is still a 1-and-1 for now.
For now.
But it won't be much longer. I doubt we get out of the first quarter.
That's what I'm just sitting here thinking, Coach.
So Phillips with a second one on the way, and sure as night follows day, his free throw percentage is a little bit off due to not shooting very many. He's going to get a chance to bring it up tonight. So Waldrop on the outside. This is a full-blown man-to-man now, it looks like. Yance inside
Good
to
position
Parker,
by Seth.
Seth doing his thing inside. Good job. Good pass from Yance. It's 12-10. Wildcats lead it. Holloway goes to the hole hard. Behind his back out. Kicks it back to Ellis. Ellis jukes, gets it past Yance, and Phillips fires a 3. Back iron no good. Parker with a rebound. Finds Waldrop. Waldrop brings it up court. Looking inside to Bradley. And Waldrop got in the air, had nothing he could do with it good, and lost it. Xavier Radler is in, along with Matthew Barton. They get Holloway and Holloway out. Sounds a little bit like a law firm, doesn't it? So Ellis into the front court now. Wildcats still leading by 2. He gives it up to Matthew Barton, who's averaging 9 a game off the bench for the Wildcats.
Zeke's going to have to be careful.
Yep. There's a push-off, no call. Zeke will get that foul call, though.
And a technical.
How many is that? 3?
That's going to be 3, Coach.
So now it's 9 foul calls to 1. 10 if you include the technical. And more importantly, a 3rd foul on Zeke Bradley. And McMahon gets teed up. Just for the record, that official that called that's his 6th technical foul called in this gym in 2 games.
I've been here less than 5 minutes watching this, and I'm as frustrated watching this as I can be. I can't imagine what y'all endured against Robbinsville. This is crazy, Coach.
4 technical foul shots for Cade Ellis coming. And the Wildcats will get the ball. It could be as much as a 9-point swing right here. He misses that one. Now Phillips will shoot.
He's 4 for 4 on the night.
Ice Littlejohn off the bench, so the physicality is not going to get any better for the Wildcats.
No, it's not.
So Phillips hits that one. I'm assuming these are the technical free throws at this juncture. To be honest, I've kind of lost count.
Me too, Coach. 6 for 6 on the night.
So we are, oh my goodness. So we're shooting a technical free throw and Ice can't get on the court. So whatever. What does that matter in the broad scheme of things, whether they admit that substitution right there or after this free throw? So, what was at one time a 2-point lead has now become 6 with a chance to become 9. And Maroon Devils' leading scorer and second leading scorer are both on the bench with 2 and 3 fouls, respectively. Out of the ball game is Cody Mathis for the Wildcats. And the Maroon Devils have got a tall order now. Rattler in the paint, back outside, shot on the way. It's short. Littlejohn with a rebound. That was Eric Manley with the shot, I believe, yes. Littlejohn penetrates to Waldrop on the wing. Waldrop running one-hander. It's off. Parker had it, but looked like he was hit. And that will stay Swain basketball with Jesse Waldrop to inbound right here. Yance takes the bounce pass, goes up strong inside and gets it on the pass from Waldrop. We're under a minute now, and Swain has cut it to 4. They've got a long way to go.
Breyer has 8 of the 12.
And as I said in their pregame, he gives exactly what his team needs. Tonight they need his scoring.
He needs some scoring, bad.
Phillips, as we said, the Wildcats' leading scorer. You see who's guarding him. Waldrop with a hand on it. Littlejohn pokes it free. Now Waldrop goes the other way. Even though Littlejohn was...
Get in there, and one.
Littlejohn tripped up over there by Rattler. Now he and Rattler are jawing back and forth at each other and go to the same side of the free throw lane, of course. So Waldrop will now shoot to make a conventional three-point play and pull these Maroon Devils back to within 1
point.
That one's off.
There's Seth.
Parker doesn't go. It's batted out. Parker, will he win that race? He does. And he goes all the way in.
Oh, my gracious.
Cow. Woo! What a play by Seth Parker.
Sorry, folks, for the screaming, but that was pretty impressive.
Maximum effort, hustle job by Seth Parker with an offensive rebound, a steal, and then a layup and a foul and a chance to give the Maroon Devils the lead with 20 seconds left in this first quarter. What a first quarter we've had.
Unbelievable. What a huge turn of events.
Fasten your seatbelts, pop your corn, and get ready for a doozy, folks. So under 15, and it will be Tucker Holloway to bring the ball up for the Maroon Devils. He goes to Manley, who looked like he walked, but no call. That's back out to Holloway to Rattler on the wing. Call on him, and we got a foul.
Oh, come on, man. That is ridiculous.
It's the hands.
So that's
we're
2 on call.
2. Xavier Rattler will shoot 2. Quickly off Andrews' bench is Landon White. He will check in. Let's see who he's got. It's 2 shots. So Rattler will go to the line to shoot 2 to give his team the lead back with the game tied at 16. That's good.
I can understand it if the hands cause the dribbler to change positions or move him one way or another, but I don't know. I'm just frustrated.
Well, you know as well as I do that each year the High School Athletic Association has a rules conference with head coaches.
Yes.
And talks about points of emphasis. I was assured by both head coaches that hand checking was not a point of emphasis.
Golly.
So we're through one here in Bryson City. It's the Wildcats 17, Maroon Devils 16. We'll be right back. Well, let's set the stages for you a little bit here, folks. The Maroon Devils are already at 10 fouls. So the Wildcats will shoot 2 for the rest of this, all of this second quarter. The Wildcats have 3 fouls whistled against them. The Maroon Devils have been assessed a technical on Scotty McMahon, a technical on Zeke Bradley. Bradley Vestal, who has not seen action since the opening minutes,
knocks it down.
Comes off the bench to can a big 3 and give the Maroon Devils a lead back as he opens this quarter along with Southards, Parker, and Yachts for the Devils. It's Holloway up top, guarded by Vestal. To the wing, that's Landon White, fresh into this game. Tucker's carrying that ball, and we got a 3-second call instead on the Wildcats. So it'll be Swain basketball there as they open on a 3-0 run here to open the second quarter. And
there he is again. Bradley Vestal
with a big shot right there. As we said, until he, Southards, Waldrop, those guys prove that they can score, they're going to have looks. They're going to have opportunities. That was a run through the lane, shot on the way for 2. We got people going all over the place. That's going to be on Swain, almost guaranteed, as the Wildcat went spilling to the floor. I don't know. We're pointing.
Oh. 25.
He wasn't even in the play. How did he foul him?
He was out here.
So Bradley Vestal has picked up his 3rd foul inexplicably. Rattler gets 2 shots. Vestal comes in and scores 5 points and takes a seat for foul trouble. And Hunter called back into the game. Rattler misses the first of what will be 2 free throws out of this. And that one is an air ball. And Yachts will inbound it to Waldrop. Waldrop brings it into the front court now, back to Yachts. Over to Southards on the wing. Now we've got people circling through all over the place. Southards goes that way, is challenged, shoots it, misses it, over to Parker. Love to see Seth post up down there. We got a foul before that happens. It's the Wildcats' 4th, so they're in a modicum of foul trouble now.
Number 4.
4 huge fouls on their side of the ledger, and their starters will return. Southards will inbound. 6:53 in the second period of play. 21-17 Maroon Devils. Call over to Yachts. Yachts with a 3.
Knocks it down.
So Briar Yachts.
Who threw in that one, Coach?
That was Waldrop.
Waldrop, thank you.
So here comes Ellis again. He finds Phillips, back to Ellis. Ellis behind the back, dribble, falls, and now it'll be Yachts with a breakaway. He goes all the way in, tries to dunk it, but gets it to go. So Yachts with a layup, and the Maroon Devils have a 9-point advantage. Big lead for the Maroon Devils. Big answer to the adversity here in this first half. Foul trouble is just huge at this point. Bradley 3. Now Bradley Vestal with 3. And Southards 2.
Southards 2, Call 2. And that's it for
Yachts
now.
and Parker.
They have one apiece, yeah, for now.
I think you should just check into the game with one.
Holy, man.
On the Andrews side, we have tons of foul trouble. Barton with one, Ellis with one, and Mathis with one.
Somebody else has one, but I missed it.
There you go. And we will remind you that for the rest of this half, the Wildcats will shoot 2 free throws on any foul. And they inbound it to Cade Ellis here. Ellis into the front court. He's a 5'5 freshman and shows ridiculous handles.
Yeah, he's giving us a lot of trouble. Some of the fouls have come just from trying to stay with him. He's quick.
Waldrop's done a better job. He just keeps him in front of him. That's the big thing.
Yeah. He's not trying to scoot way out on him.
And we got an offensive foul. I have no earthly idea what happened, but it's on 30. That's on Bryson Holloway, the 6'4 freshman underneath. I'm not doubting the roster, but I don't think he's 6'4.
No.
So Waldrop on the wing.
We had him on the flash.
Crosses over, punched out of there by Phillips. He'll go the other way. Hunter Call hustles back, passes it off to Barton. Barton underneath, wide open. Not sure who lost Cody Mathis, but he's a big man to lose.
Yes, he is.
But he sneaks in off the baseline for an easy layup to stem the run by the Maroon Devils. Southard's with his dribble over on the side, works against Ellis. Now Ellis bodies him like crazy, no call. Waldrop out on the wing, guarded by Phillips. Parker down on the baseline, goes to Call underneath, and Call misses the easy stick in. Southern tries to reach in on Phillips, but Phillips pulls away, and now Ellis will head the other way. Finds Barton on the wing, ball fake between the legs. And Phillips for three, it is good.
Knocks it down. Phillips has been the story.
Well, he's their senior. He's the guy that they're going to go to in the clutch, and he's going to deliver, averaging 17 a game.
He's already got 12.
So Waldrop turns the corner, goes all the way to the hole, is ripped over there by Barton.
Should be his second.
Barton also a senior. And so it will be, although he looked like he was trying to go in for a shot to me, and it will be out underneath. So Southern's will inbound it. It's
nice
Parker.
Position and one.
Parker. That's like I say, I'd love to see us get Parker on that block and let him work a little bit. I think he could do some really good things in terms of drawing fouls down there. So yes. Seth Parker with a big bucket. Another foul on Bryson Holloway, I believe, who that was against. And we are to 7 fouls now. That's tipped out. Will we get there? We do. Southern's wins the race. He
tipped it.
Called backcourt, even though the other official was standing on the line. So it's Andrews' ball. 4:50 remaining. 28-22 Maroon Devils, and Ellis looks at Barton wide open. Deep three by Barton, and it's good. So Southern's into the front court now. We're almost halfway through the first period. Sure enough, the Maroon Devils going to that block,
right,
and there it is.
Atta baby.
And that's on Holloway again, which should be three on him.
Third, yes, sir.
And I see Cody Mathis, the junior, stepping up saying, I got him, but we'll switch. So they're going to swap off here on Parker. Seth struggling a little bit at the free throw line.
He's 0 for 2 thus far, 0 for 3.
But
Call.
We're able to get offensive rebounds. And Call misses that one with a lot of contact. Phillips weaving his way around back to Ellis. Ellis now goes into the paint. Phillips fakes a three, goes baseline, and for some reason a foul over there on Briar Yance, and that'll be his second. Shooting two.
Shooting two. Been shooting two.
Rest of the way. Xavier Rattler set to check in for the Wildcats. He'll position down on the post to try to stem the tide on Parker. Rattler offers a big body at 6'1".
Probably 240.
Yeah.
50.
Phillips with a second one, he nails it. So that 50% free throw percentage, he's raising that quickly.
It's out the door.
Yance into the front court. Yance with 2 fouls now. Waldrop 3 on the way. Measures it up, no good. Pulled out of there by Ellis. Parker and Southern's wasting their time on Ellis. They need to just back off and defend him down here. Phillips puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the hole. No call. Yance yanks it down. partially out of frustration, I believe, more than anything else. He's got a three on the way from right there. No good.
There's Call again.
He's working inside. Needs to find some help. Does to Yance. Yance floater. That's
Knocks
good.
it down.
So the call to Yance pass puts the Maroon Devils back up 32-27. Ellis working against Southers. Parker on him. Needs to back off and let him go. Waldrop will pick him up on this end and do the work.
Nice job.
So just stay back. Let him do his thing. Don't let him penetrate. Like that. Barton to the hole. That basket counted.
My lands. Oh, gosh. He's in the NBA.
So Barton gets the three-point opportunity, and that's on call if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't even – yes, it is.
So that's three on Hunter call. Jacob Waldrop off the Swain bench quickly and going to see some action here. They'll wave him in. I don't know if that first free throw went or not, Coach. I'll be honest with you. So Hunter will make his way off, and Jacob will come on. And now Barton will shoot again. I think he hit the first one.
No, he got the basket. Remember, they gave him the bucket.
Parker with the rebound. And now Yance will control the ball. Waldrop looks at Waldrop on the block.
Here's a matchup we could take advantage of,
there's
too.
A good bucket right there by Yance off the pass from Waldrop.
Briar has 17 points.
Well, he has clearly put the Maroon Devils on his back here tonight out of necessity. That was a block.
There's a block by Parker.
And Waldrop tries to come out of there with it and can't. He carried that ball bigger than life. And there's a travel. So all the way back in the ball game. And Swain still clinging to a 5-point lead. 2:46 remaining in this one. It'll be Southard's to bring it up now. Yance goes to the block against Phillips as they switched off defensively on him, recognizing that they really don't have much to deal with there.
They give him room. Boom! Knocks it down.
Briar Yance is feeling it tonight, folks. He's putting on a one-man show for Maroon Devils. So at halftime, I'm sure the discussion will be we can't let 10 beat us.
There's Dillon.
Offensive rebound over there by Mathis. And Ellis with his first three on the way, and it's good.
Can't give him
for
room.
The freshman. Into the front court. Southers crosses over, goes to the hole, and we got a block on Ellis.
Woo-hoo. That'll be his second.
So Southers goes to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair here. We're at 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the half. 37-32 Maroon Devils. Zeke Bradley, Bradley Vestal, Hunter Call, all on the Swain bench with 3 fouls.
Knocks down the first one.
Southers makes the first. And on the court right now, the most important one is Briar Yance, who has a pair of fouls.
Yes. Hits them both.
Southers makes both of those, and we're up to 39-32 now, and Phillips will walk it across as Ellis is sit down with his 2 fouls.
Oh, boy.
You knew it was
Son
coming.
of a gun.
That's 3 on him, and we got another whistle.
Who knows, man?
I know. You're not going to believe this one. They're going to call delay a game on Phillips for shooting the ball.
You're right, Coach. That's on the other team, but I can't help but laugh. I have never seen anything like that in my entire life.
Well, he's going to get 2 free throws. He misses the first one. Tanner Parton off the Swain bench for Yance. Rattler checks out.
This will be his 12th
Eric Manley checks in the first half.
In the first half.
So Phillips goes back to the line again. Second one on its way. It rolls in. So Southern's with the ball. We're under 2 minutes now in this first half of play. Parton on the wing looks things over. He sees Parker come around, looking to give a screen. And that's Parker. Give and go was there for a second, but it closed up pretty quickly too. Waldrop tries to spin his way in. Parton dribbles, hands it off to Parker. Parker working on the screen, cross court to the other Waldrop. Parton with a three on the way, back iron no good, and that is Mathis with a rebound.
That's a walk.
Jump ball.
Stay Andrews ball.
And Coach Manley needs to watch himself. He's walked all the way down past the water cooler out of frustration.
I wouldn't even tempt that guy over there.
Yeah. So Holloway into the front court now. We're at a minute 15 and counting in the first half. The Maroon Devils have staved off disaster at this point, as the way I'd have to describe
absolutely.
that.
Zeke Bradley's played about 3 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, that's a carry. That's a carry. He stepped out of bounds.
And he called it.
Woo.
Out of bounds. Yeah, there's a lot of liberal stuff goes on with the dribble these days, but it's been bad tonight on both sides, to be honest with you.
I don't mean to complain, folks. I'll go ahead and just apologize for anything I might say. But it's frustrating.
Southern's on the drive, looks inside, picked off in there by Barton. He finds Holloway. It fumbles away.
Be careful. That should be our ball.
He's out of bounds, so we got the ball going that way now. And for some reason, Matthew Barton decided that he wanted to get on top of Gage Southers there. They exchanged pleasantries, and we got a full timeout by Coach Scotty McMahon with 40 seconds left in this first half of play. And it will be Maroon Devil ball over on the side. At this juncture, 39-33, do you play for the final shot of the half?
I think you try to. I mean, you fought your guts out. You've got a 6-point lead, and all honestly, I almost feel like we're down for some reason.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. I look at the scoreboard, and I'm like, how are we ahead right now?
But I really don't know. I hate to say this. I really don't know if we've got the ball handling out there right now to be able to pull that off.
Well, in an ideal situation, work the clock down and go to Seth Parker maybe on the block for that final shot. That's a good option anyway.
Tell the other four to get the heck out of the way, put him on the block, let him go to work.
Well, we'll probably see somewhere near school records in free throw shot tonight before it's over with.
Whew. Wow.
As we said coming in, Hazel and Rosman both 2-0 to open this season, 5-0, 4-0. Swain 1-1. The Maroon Devils have already been to Rosman, played the Tigers, lost over there. So the Rosman Tigers will have to return trip over here later in January. And so the Maroon Devils inbound the ball. Southard's with it. He goes on the dribble all the way to the hole and puts it in. So 34 seconds. The Wildcats with the ball down by 8 here. Parker runs at Holloway. There's Waldrop with a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It will be Wildcat basketball with 26 ticks before the first half expires. Phillips will inbound it. He'll go to Holloway. Holloway will work against Jesse Waldrop. Brother Jacob works over there. That's him guarding Phillips. Holloway turns the corner, goes to the hole. It's blocked by Parker. Let's hope that's on Tanner Parton.
On Tanner Parton.
No. Of course not.
Well, just Seth seconds, what I've got him for.
Jack Stuckey off the bench now, back down. Shot off by Holloway. 11.8 remain in this first half, and I don't think it can get over soon enough for Scotty McMahon and his bunch, who have had to gut check their way to a 41-34 lead here in this first half. And at this point, we're just kind of holding our breath on fouls.
Nice.
Seth Parker again has his way, this time with Dylan Phillips. Barton into the front court, ball fake, shot on the way. That's no good. And that's going to do us for the first half of play, but what an interesting one we had. It's the Maroon Devils in front, 43-34 after 2 periods. We'll be back with the second half. And we're back, folks, ready for second half play. Here's the Maroon Devils and Wildcats set to continue their battle. And it will be 43-34 your score, and what a half for Briar Yance.
Oh, gosh, what a half. He's hit 4 threes, 4 twos. He has 20 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. You got Seth Parker with 10 big points, 4 rebounds. Bradley Vestal had 5 points right in a span of a row right there before he picked up his third foul. And then Gage Southard's 4 points, but he has 4 assists. So big-time effort there from Gage.
Well, the Maroon Devils, and you and I talked about it there in that second quarter, it felt like we were behind from about midway of the first quarter to the end of the half, and somehow we emerged with a 9-point lead.
I tell you, we sit up here and talked about it. I'm just now trying to get my composure back up. It was a frustrating first half, but it's like you said, I really still don't know how we're ahead.
Yeah, it's been a wild one, folks. This second half should be something. At least for the first little while, we'll start off with neither team shooting free throws and run some actual offense and see what happens here. I think the biggest decisions coming into this second half, though, Coach, are going to be who Coach McMahon decides to go with, how long can he leave Zeke out, and can you trust a player with 3 or 4 fouls to go in there and not pick up a cheap one at the way they're being called, at the rate they're being called, and foul out?
Well, there's the answer to your question. We're going back with the starters. Vestal's out there with 3 fouls. Zeke's out there with 3. So Briar's out there with 3. So this may tell the tale of the game right here.
Well, one thing's for sure, we're going to have to keep our hands up and off.
Yeah.
So Swain will control it first. Bradley will inbound it to Yance. Parker is posted up down on the block. He's actually got Tucker Holloway on him now. They're in a zone, so
nice look.
Nicely done out of the break.
Gage Southard with a 5th huge assist to Seth Parker.
That's blocked, punched back, and now the Wildcats will come out with it. 3 on the way from Phillips, and he cans it. And we got a timeout right away from Frank Manley after that first offensive possession. Realizing that his defense design at the half probably not going to work. They're going to talk about it again. So 45-37, right where we left you. Still a 9-point advantage. Well, check that 8-point advantage now as Andrews hit that 3. But the Maroon Devils, strategy-wise, will have the ball to open after this timeout.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Gage getting penetration deep into the lane. And Seth, he just pinned his guy there. He had to step and help. And just a beautifully designed offensive play there.
So Swain will inbound it and go all the way down court with it. It'll be Parker to Southards to inbound. The Wildcats open without Bryson Holloway, their tallest player on the court. So they've got some tough design principles as to who's going to take Bradley and Parker in this one. Nobody takes Vestal, so he fires away with a 3. And Bradley's going to make him pay if he can stay in the game long enough to make him pay. If he doesn't pick up a foul here trying to guard Ellis. Ellis goes all the way to the hole. Parker's there to bother that. Bradley's there for the rebound. Poked away.
Easy,
and it's kicked, and it will be Andrews' ball. Oh, come on now. What did he do?
I have no idea,
why
Coach.
are we bogging down the game with that? What the heck? Ridiculous. And there's
Nice
Phillips cutting right to the bucket. So now Southards into the front court. The defense is all collapsed inside. Parker goes outside to Southards. He drives baseline.
Nice job, Gage Southards.
Southards goes to the hole. 50-39 now.
So big minutes there from Gage. 2 huge assists, a big bucket there.
Vestal guarding Holloway on the outside. Gets a poke away. Can he get there? He can't. But great try by Bradley Vestal, and even more importantly, did not pick up a foul in doing that. So Ellis with the ball in his hands again. Cabe Ellis, the 5'5 freshman, and there may not be a more electrifying freshman in the Smoky Mountain Conference than this kid.
Patented flex cut.
And the Wildcats maintain the possession. Phillips with it. Yaunt's going to try to keep him confined to one side of the court. Here comes Ellis. Phillips with a 3 on the way, and it is good.
That's 23 points for Dylan Phillips.
So Phillips and Yaunt trading baskets back and forth with each other. Southards open look.
There's Gage.
Still 11 for the Maroon Devils. 6 minutes remaining in this one. Ellis across half court. Stutter steps, goes to the hole. Bats it away, and now Southers goes airborne to knock it down. Ellis takes his legs out from under him.
So huge minutes from Southers and Vestal.
Bounce poked away by Vestal. Phillips fights to keep it back. Double dribbles his way out of that, it looked like to me.
Yes.
Now Ellis goes all the way to the hole.
Nice look.
He kicks it out there to Landon White, fumbles it away. Back to Ellis. Ellis goes in. Short mid-range jumper off the front iron. Bradley with a rebound. Good outlet pass. Vestal's ahead of everybody. Can he beat it? Reverses around. Great pass from Bradley.
Was that Zeke?
It was.
Okay.
And Bradley Vestal lays that in on the reverse side. 55-42 now. The Maroon Devils up to 13. Ellis goes down the lane.
He walked.
And he has that one swatted by Parker. Vestal behind his back. He goes all the way to the hole. Bradley Vestal's shot is up. Bradley with it. 5 black jerseys around him, and it's a jump ball.
It's going to be Andrews' possession.
So it'll be Mathis to inbound it. 5:09 in the third. Ellis across half court. Vestal on him. He gives it to White. Poked away again by Vestal. Back to Phillips. Phillips controls it on the perimeter. Ellis with it. He goes inside, kicks it back to Phillips behind his back. Yance is on him. They're posting up White. That's a bad move. Bradley blocks it and then kicks it ahead to Southers for the layup. Zeke Bradley and Gage Southers push this lead to 15. Timeout, Wildcats. Great run by the Maroon Devils.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, I'm impressed by the start that we've had here. Gage Southers up to 11 quick points, 6 assists. But Zeke has 2 phenomenal assists here.
Zeke is as good an outlet pass post player as I've seen in high school basketball in a very long time. He turns and throws those things pinpoint down court, hits guards in stride so that they can make a play out of that. Vestal and Southers have done a great job finishing. And this team is really stepping up, growing up together.
Absolutely. I mean, it's nice to see them come out and handle the adversity we had in the first half and get this thing started off in just a phenomenal fashion.
Yeah, and there's still stuff coming because, I mean, we're sitting on 4:40 in the third and no fouls called yet. So
I'm going to knock on every piece of wood I can including my head.
You can call me a skeptic. I've sat through too much at this point in this season.
I'm still a rookie.
I know it's coming, so at some point it's coming. Wildcats basketball, they will inbound it and look to break this run. The Maroon Devils on a great run to start. Very quickly, Bryson Holloway back in the post. Phillips and Tucker Holloway, along with Cade Ellis and Cody Mathis, the Wildcat starters. Phillips up top, works on Yance. Vestal gets pushed away. Phillips backs him in. Now Tucker over on the wing, back to Phillips. Maroon Devils letting them go. Well, they're doing a great job funneling him down to the paint and making Parker and...
Here's another kick out. Vestal to Gage.
And another bucket by Gage. Bradley Vestal with the outlet pass. And here come the Wildcats rushing back over to Mathis to the corner to Holloway. Back out top to Cody Mathis. Cross court to Phillips. 3 on the way from Phillips.
Man, he's a good basketball player, Coach.
Uh-huh.
Got a nice-looking stroke.
And Dylan Phillips, their senior, is providing their offensive boost. And the best thing that they could ask for is having to force the Maroon Devils to run a half-court offense instead of shoot layups. Southers, free throw line extended, cans it off the Parker pass. Good pass, good ball movement. Our post players staying actively involved, moving the ball, knowing that it's the guards right now. Good active hands by Briar Yance. You can't sneak those by him.
No, sir.
So Phillips will inbound from right in front of his own bench. Ellis.
Ooh, boy.
I don't know what to think about that one. Bradley
Nice
gets
hands.
a hand on that one as they try to penetrate and kick. So the Maroon Devils are going to be content to funnel Ellis and the guards down as they try to break into the paint against Bradley and Parker.
Oh, boy.
And Vestal can't get a hold of that one. It's off Bradley's leg. And now Ellis will inbound. Holloway on the wing, dogged by 3 Maroon Devils. Vestal trying to chase him down from behind. Phillips out of there, shooting on the way. It rattles out. Bradley with a rebound, head up, looking for the easy break. Doesn't have it this time. Southers brings it into the front court, finds Vestal on the wing. Vestal takes it. Bradley keeps it alive but can't get it. And it'll be brought down by Bryson Holloway, kicked ahead to Phillips. Phillips against 3 Maroon Devils. Bradley with a block and the save, kicks it ahead. Vestal with it now. And Vestal gains control, and they're going to slow it up right here. Briar Yance desperately wants the ball wide open over there. Instead, they go to Southers on the other way.
Man, he's been the hot hand, Coach.
Drills it.
Wow. Gage putting on a show.
And another timeout by the Andrews Wildcats as it's ballooned up to 64-45. The Maroon Devils running away with this one.
Gage up to 18 points, Coach, and I think he's got at least 10 probably this quarter.
They have done a remarkable job moving the ball in this quarter, looking for the easy break, and done a good job staying off the foul line. I mean, it's been played.
They have, and the cool thing about what's going on right now is we wanted to come out and probably establish the post, but right now it's not just a focal point of Zeke and Seth. It's everybody. Zeke's making the pass. Seth's doing what he can. Everybody's contributing right now that's on the court.
I think what we saw happen was an interesting dynamic. The Wildcats plotted at halftime to take the inside presence away from Parker and Bradley, knowing Bradley would be back. So the outside game has come alive.
And you know what that means?
Yeah.
Zeke and Seth are fixing to get theirs in a minute.
When you have the combination where you can play inside or outside, you're a very dangerous team. And this team has it. The dilemma thus far for Coach Scotty McMahon has been able to keep his players on the court.
On the court, yes, sir.
And not in foul trouble, to be quite honest. So Ellis charges along but doesn't go all the way to the basket anymore. Now he passes off. We got overload on this side. A lot of Wildcats standing around, not much offense going on. Phillips goes all the way over to Holloway. Holloway has that one swatted out of bounds by Bradley. So welcome to the Smoky Mountain Conference, Bryson Holloway.
Zeke's 4th block.
So Ellis will inbound it. He finds Phillips, guarded by Yance. Yance keeping his hands out. Vestal comes from behind, poked away, and tracking it down is
Should
Mathis,
still be ours.
And he fumbles it out of bounds. So Swain basketball right in front of the cheerleaders. Check that. Right in the corner.
Back to him. There he is. There it is, Coach.
Southern's 3 on the way. Front iron.
Gets the roll.
So 67-45, 22-point lead.
Coach, that's Zeke's 5th assist.
He's been a great facilitator. That's off of Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Good double team. Rattler and Barton into the Andrews lineup. Bradley will inbound it to Yance.
24-11 quarter thus far.
Wow. And we're under 2 minutes to play in this quarter now, just barely. Yance planned on passing that to somebody wide open, and he just lost it.
He thought that was our wide receiver reverse pass, I believe.
If that was the case, Seth was supposed to climb the ladder and catch that.
Seth didn't get the call.
Oh, for crying out loud. There's 4. We knew it was going to happen. But it took at least 6 minutes.
Yeah, it took a while. Is that the first foul called this whole quarter?
It is.
How do you go from that to this? I don't get it. Of course, we've not reached on defense. We've moved our feet and kept people in front of us. That has been a difference I've noticed.
Ellis with a 3 off the front iron. Waldrop punches it out to Southern. Southern fumbles it away. Here comes Barton into the front court.
Oh, boy. Watch out, girls.
That was caused over there by Waldrop. He flashed right in front of where that ball was going to be thrown, and so he had to alter that. Now Southern will bring it up for the Maroon Devils and set the offense. Waldrop on this wing. He finds Bradley in the corner. Bradley cross court to Vestal. Vestal drives hard. And offensive foul? Yes.
Oh, gracious.
4 on Vestal.
Him.
So Hunter Call enters the game. He of 3 fouls. We may finish this game with the Waldrop brothers. They're the only ones with no fouls so far, aren't they? Bradley battles through and steals that one, keeps his dribble alive, now comes up court. Had Southers for a minute.
Be careful, Zeke.
To the corner to Southers.
Can he do it again? There's Zeke.
Rattler clearing out some lumber, if you will. Lay in by Ellis, no call, fortunately on Zeke. Hunter call on the wing. He penetrates, tries to go all the way through. We got a block.
It's going to be and one?
No.
Oh.
Rattler with the foul. It'll be Swain ball underneath. Good move, step through by Hunter Call.
Yes, it was. Oh, look at this play, Coach.
He got fouled on the basket. Rattler bumped him in the lower body, which always worries me a lot when Seth goes up for a shot like that, to get bumped and throw your moving
That's a
screen.
moving screen.
Yeah, we both saw that. 4 on Zeke.
Jeez.
It's a good thing we've built a 20-point lead.
Bradley with 4, Vestal with 4, Breyer with 4.
Things are about to get exciting now.
Oh.
Ice and Xavier Rattler should have some fun.
Yeah, this is going to be some trench warfare down there with them two.
And a good switch there by Ice to cut Phillips off. Ellis over to Phillips. Phillips 3 on the way. Ice can't leave him alone for that. He's got to step out on him.
It's his 5th 3.
3 seconds left. Swain will not get that shot off in time. And that will do the third period of play. The Maroon Devils on top, 69-50. We'll be back with the final 8.
So, fans, we're back. We're fixing to start the fourth quarter of action here with your Swain Maroon Devils ahead 69-50. And it appears as Coach McMahon is going to be forced to leave Vestal, Zeke Bradley, and Breyer Yantz on the bench to start this fourth quarter. They all have 4 fouls. But it will be Swain ball.
So Southards and Jacob Waldroot, along with Jesse Waldroot, Parker, and Hunter Call. Parker's logged a bunch of minutes tonight.
Yes, he has.
Just because he's not been in foul trouble. Waldroot, that'll be welcome to the game, Jesse. His first.
His first. Andrews went to a 1-3-1 defense.
So Ellis now into the front court. Nobody on him. Phillips, they really don't need to leave alone. Of course, maybe that's the correct strategy. He's hit everything else. And out of bounds. I don't think he can be out of bounds if you're out of bounds in the air, but he was.
So Andrews ball, Ellis with the ball, dribbling up top. Versus course to Barton. Gets a huge screen from Rattler. Barton puts the ball up, misses. Seth Parker with a...
Finally.
Looks like that's going to be on number 33, Xavier Rattler, his second. So Parker will take the ball underneath, inbounds to Gage Southards, who's going to work the ball ahead against Cade Ellis. Gage almost gets his pocket pick. Seth takes a look, swings across court to Hunter Call. Back to number 15, Jesse Waldroop. He's going to set the offense for Swain. Gage Southards takes a look. Down to Jacob Waldroop. Back to his brother Jesse, inside to Hunter Call. Back to Gage. Going to look in the corner to Jacob. Back to Gage. As Andrews sitting in that 1-3-1 defense, attacks the corner. Back up top to Jesse.
Great patience by the
Yes,
Maroon
it
Devil.
is.
Oh, well, I just said that, and we shoot a 3
Call with another big rebound.
and a try.
And a travel.
So it will be Andrews' ball. Cody Mathis to inbound. Here come Vestal and Bradley.
Coach, where is Breyer?
He has walked off to the trainer's table.
Okay.
There's another moving screen that frees somebody off. Jesse's just picked up his second foul, and it was a good one. There's a lot of mutual contact there, but
So Bradley and Vessel are going to come back with 4 fouls apiece. Here comes Briar Yance out of the tunnel.
yeah, he's pulling a Paul Pierce. He's just not in the wheelchair. So roll the dice with Rattler in there. It could quickly be 5 on Bradley as he steps in there.
Boy.
Vestal has just fouled out of the ball game.
He
Yeah,
sure
that's
has. That's 5.
Unbelievable.
So 5 fouls on number 25, Bradley Vestal. As number 10, senior Briar Yance will check into the game. Xavier Rattler will go to the free throw line where he's 1 for 4 on the night to shoot 2 shots. First shot by Rattler is nothing but net. He draws the Wildcats within 18. 6:24 left to go in the 4th period.
So now at this juncture we have Bradley and Yance on the court with 4 fouls each.
As Coach McMahon signals to run some motion offense, get everybody moving.
Well, they're going to force Cody Mathis out to guard. 3-second call. Okie dokie.
You know, I'm not positive, but I bet if we took a poll of everybody sitting in this gym, they would all admit they didn't pay $5 to come watch this official right here tonight.
You're probably right.
With 100% certainty. But he loves to be seen.
Wildcats ball.
Wow.
We're approaching 6 minutes left to go in this one. Another screen from Rattler. Parker switches off to Phillips.
Careful. Careful.
Ellis, and there's Parker picking up the foul. Again, the worry with this for me that I've seen unfold too many times is eventually those fouls, yeah, that's not many on Seth, no big deal. But eventually, right now, we go to 1-1.
Absolutely.
Andrews no longer has to run an offense. All they have to do is go to the line and hit free throws. While they do this, the clock stopped at 5:58, and they have everything working in their favor.
You're exactly right, Coach. Scary situation we're in. As Ellis drains the first one.
And we got a technical on Coach Manley. That took longer than I thought it would.
Holy cow.
His guy at the free throw line. Wow.
This again, he's going to get another one.
Yeah, I've seen it. I
Oh,
saw the Robbinsville coach get 3, and I didn't think you could get 3 technicals. I thought you could only get 2. He got 3. So Ellis hits the second of his, and now we'll go to the other end where who will shoot him? Southards?
I'd say Gage. Gage is 2 for 2 on the night.
And then it will be Swain's ball out.
Gage has 21 points, Coach. Ah, jinxed him.
Second one out also. So Swain ball, we're under 6 minutes now at 5:58. Yance will inbound. I'm not sure what Breyer was having worked on down at the trainer station. The screen is a dicey thing at this juncture.
Nice by Gage. What a great screen by Seth Parker on Xavier Rattler.
Phillips underneath, kicks it back out. Ellis 3 on the way. It's good. It's a pretty loud and vocal group from Andrews here tonight.
Yes, it is. Well, they understand what they've got here with this group of youngsters. They know this is going to Be 3 or 4 good years of basketball.
Ellis. He didn't even make contact that time. The contact was initiated by Ellis. Southern picks up a technical. .521 remaining in this. I hate to say
this is unbelievable
that I told you so.
You told us, Coach.
But I told
you absolutely
so.
told us. But again, this is pathetic for these young men that are out here on this court.
So Cade Ellis goes back to the line. First, he's going to shoot a 1-and-1, which inches us closer to them shooting 2 free throws, by the way. And then he will get to shoot 2 more for a technical.
This is not how you conduct yourself as an official. This is terrible.
Ellis makes both of his 1-and-1 and has the Wildcats back to within 12 at this juncture, so he can inch them within 10 right here, and then Andrews gets the ball. This thing can still get away from the Maroon Devils in a big way because they still have people out there who are on the verge of fouling out.
Yes, they do, Coach.
So Cade Ellis hits all 4 free throws, and now Coach Scotty McMahon trying to call a timeout. None of the officials will acknowledge him or give him the timeout that he asked for. His team thought they were going to get a timeout, but they didn't. Parker with the rebound. He hands it off to Yance. Now Yance will bring it up, and let's see how much of the clock the Maroon Devils try to work here.
Breyer's yet to score in the second half.
He just did.
He just did. That a baby.
And should have got an and one. Here comes Ellis. Picks up his dribble, finds Barton in the corner. Barton works his way back across.
Oh, boy.
Yance with a steal.
Nice pass. Good hands, too.
Well done by Yance. 75-61 timeout Andrews as the Maroon Devils sprint back out to a 14-point lead. Good hands, good defense by Yance to put that one away. We'll remind you that we are with you again next Tuesday for Blue Ridge basketball at home here. Then the holidays will start after a trip to Franklin for the basketball teams on Wednesday. We also want to remind you that you and Coach Brooks and several of our players are involved in a tremendous all-star game opportunity tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're going to play down in Fannin County, Georgia. We have a lot of players from the Smoky Mountain Conference on our team. A couple from Smoky, a couple from Franklin, a couple from Brevard. Had an awesome 2 days of practice this week getting to know those young men, and this gives 4 of our kids another opportunity to play and just kind of go represent our conference in Western North Carolina.
Well, it's a tremendous opportunity. I love the whole setup of it, an FCA-sponsored event where young men are recognized, and especially in an area where they don't really get recognized a lot, to be able to play another game and extend their career one game and be seen by college folks.
Yes.
Maybe that's the biggest takeaway of all that.
Yes, we had a couple of guys come into practice this week, as a matter of fact, so that was kind of cool.
Rattler with a basket now, a deep pass by Yance. Unfortunately, Yance did not foul out on that play, but Parker goes at it, and he steals the ball. Let's make sure Breyer's all right after he spilled to the floor.
Look at this official. I mean, again, guys.
That's on Rattler again.
Yeah, his third.
So it'll be Swain ball. Nowhere near 1-and-1 for them yet. Parker tries to go baseline, puts it up and off the front rim. Rebounded in there by Mathis. Thrown ahead to Barton. Now handed off to Phillips. Phillips will go against Parker. He goes baseline all the way around. Blocked by Bradley. Blocked again by Bradley. Out of bounds, Andrews ball. We can breathe a sigh of relief.
Sure, yes, absolutely.
4:02 in case you're wondering the time. 75-63 your score. And he stepped out of bounds getting that ball in.
And a technical from this official again.
It's on Ellis. The freshman, I didn't see what he said or did.
I mean, it's on Andrews, but this is ridiculous. I pray that somebody tells Todd Mason about this guy. I'm just going to say it. This is pathetic for the game of basketball.
Coach Manley is trying to ask what he did, and he's not even getting a response on that. Yance will shoot the technical. This is not the way we want to see this game.
No, it's not.
End by any stretch of the imagination. Yance shoots it and makes it. First point of the second half. He had a layup, right?
Yes, he did.
So now Yance shoots the second one and makes it. Swain back up by 14 and will inbound the ball on the side. And Coach Scotty McMahon finally gets the timeout he wanted about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's been trying to take it forever.
He finally got it. So 77-63 your score, 4:02 remaining in that. Back to next week will be at home here at Blue Ridge, the final game before Christmas break. So feel free to come out and support the Maroon Devils on that one. I think it'll be a trio of 3 games, JV boys, varsity girls, varsity boys.
Good.
Then Wednesday, the basketball teams will travel to Franklin for back-to-backs. I sure hope Franklin has a game on Tuesday. Smoky Mountain didn't this week, and we paid the price for that one. We were the tired legs. They were quite fresh. So I hope they have a game that Tuesday night. No offense, Franklin. It'd help out a lot.
That's exactly right.
And, of course, back in the saddle over there, along with Coach Frank Manley, is Coach Doug Clemens, who will be on the sidelines again.
That's interesting.
Swain County High School Athletic Hall of Famer himself and one of the top point scorers in school history. Coach Clemens has been a Hall of Fame caliber coach at Smoky Mountain and Franklin.
Yes, he has.
For a number of years. Retired, got out of it for a little while, and now, like Coach Frank, has decided to step back in.
Here he is again. I'm telling you, you know it as well as I do as a coach, man. If it's in your blood, it's just there. If you go home and sit around, don't have much to do, oh, come on. That fire's still burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he'll do a good job with that. I'm sure he's a great coach, tremendous X's and O's. He imparts a lot of wisdom on his kids. So you like for good men like that to get back in the game, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
Ellis going on the hole now, kicks it outside of Mathis. He turns it over as he dribbles across.
Big steal by Breyer.
It's too bad we don't have the clear path foul in the NBA. And he got a technical. He just fouled out of the ball game by shooting a layup.
What is this guy doing?
He just fouled out of this ball game by shooting a layup. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, folks. Such a disservice. My God, what a disservice. Oh, my lands, what a disservice.
You know, I could understand if he had punted the ball into the stands or thrown it away, but to assess 2 technical fouls in this ballgame on kids for shooting a shot, my goodness. So Yance is gone. That technical counts as a personal. And we'll see what happens after that. Vestal's gone. So to the line will be Phillips for the technical. Let's see if that's assessed as at Breyer for the delayed game. If it is, it's his technical, and that would be 5. We'll wait and see how they choose to do that. He has not left the court area.
He's not left the court area. Are we going? What
Why
was
did
this
he
called, Coach?
They call the foul on Andrews, but because we're not in a 1-and-1, we didn't get a possession out of that. Andrews gets 2 back-to-back possessions out of it because they got the free throws and the ball out for the technical.
Wow.
And now they go back to the free throw line with Ellis because Seth Parker has picked up his fourth. Why not? 3:35 remaining. Ellis back to the line where he has had a night. He misses that one. The Wildcats are back to 12. And Southern's is going to step in and help box out here. Bradley and Parker have inside position. Not that that matters a lot. Radler effectively pushed Parker all the way under the basket. So Southern's working on Ellis. Brings it up court.
That's a foul. That is a foul.
Andrews basketball.
Oh, my lands. He just about got his wrist ripped off.
So Andrews ball, trailing by 11, a chance to cut it in. 3 on the way from Barton. That's off back iron. Bradley with a rebound.
And he's going to call it from all the way over here.
Zeke Bradley has fouled out getting a rebound. So Hunter Call gets the call.
Wow.
Again, a lot of time left in this game at 3:21.
A lot of time.
Especially when you're shooting free throws.
Sure.
And it's 2 now. It's no longer a 1-and-1. We're shooting 2 fouls the rest of the way. Unfortunately for us, Rattler has struggled to make a free throw tonight. And I say that he'll probably knock this one down, but he's had a hard time.
He does.
There you go. Broadcaster jinx. So now Jesse Waldrop will bring it up for the Maroon Devils. Kicks it over to Parker. Parker's going to find Southers and Yance. Yance with it on the wing now. Back up top to Hunter Call. Hunter tries to drive his way around. Gets ripped. And he calls Hunter Call for being out of bounds. 10-point lead. Here comes Cade Ellis back into the front court. Over to Phillips. They switch off. Screened by Rattler. Call's got him now. And that's going to be on Waldrop. I think he's the only one out there for Swain that doesn't have 4.
That's his 3rd. Yes, sir.
2:55, and the Wildcats can pull under 10 now with free throws from Cody Mathis, who's shooting 82% on the year, and he missed it. So there you go.
First trip to the line tonight. He's not really done a whole lot thus far.
Second one is good. So 9-point lead for the Maroon Devils. Timeout Swain.
Good
save
timeout.
that possession. 30 for the Maroon Devils, so we'll keep it right here. 77-68 your score. 2:48 remaining in this one. And the Maroon Devils have Seth Parker, Briar Yance, Gage Southards, and Hunter Call, all with 4 fouls.
Yes,
is that correct?
that's right.
And I still have no earthly idea how that technical on Briar didn't
I don't either.
get him out.
I don't
Maybe they
either.
just didn't catch that. I don't know. Or maybe it's a team technical for delay of game.
Yeah. That's true. It is. Because when you get a warning, they tell you to write it down. So I bet it's a team foul. Bet that's right.
So Waldrop will inbound it to Yance. Ellis chases that errant pass down and will go the other way now. Rattler, he's going to the hole hard. And it's to 7. Yance with it. He beats his man, goes to the hole, steps through, and is hammered. Offensive foul. Briar Yance is fouled out of this ball game. And is injured, too, more importantly. And what he gets from the official is, you've got 5 fouls. Thank you, sir. Appreciate this. We're about taking care of the kids in this game, right? So Briar Yance is injured on the play. Not that that apparently matters to anybody other than the Swain staff. Let's see what he has injured, as he, quite frankly, was hammered from behind.
Yes, he was.
He's talking knee. Let's hope that was a bump more than anything else, as he was hit hard from behind. No call on that. But nonetheless, 77-70. When we get back to action, the Maroon Devils will be without perhaps their best ball handler in Briar Yance. And the Wildcats will have the ball.
Yes.
There's no reason in the world, from everything I've seen, why the Wildcats shouldn't just put their head down and drive
Absolutely.
with reckless abandon to the basket and foul another Maroon Devil out, because it's going to get called.
Absolutely.
Yance leaves on one leg, and we hope that doesn't have repercussions for the immediate future of the Maroon Devils, as Briar played one heck of a ball game. Wildcat basketball.
Oh, he just walked.
Yep. Phillips backs himself up. Outlet to Ellis. They back off Phillips, and he's going to pop a three and hit it.
6-3 of the night.
So Southern's into the front court now. Punched away, but Southern's keeps it. Now Hunter Carl on the outside. Over to Jesse Waldrop from Jacob Waldrop. And Southern's avoids that inside to Parker. He bulls his way around.
Oh, my lands.
Seth Parker is fouled out of this ball game. We're at 153. Ice Littlejohn into the game. So give us a countdown of Maroon Devils who have fouled out at this juncture.
Well, let's see. Breyer's gone. Zeke's gone. Seth's gone. Bradley's gone. And our next starter, Gage Southers, has 4. 4 starters fouled out.
This lead down to 4. Phillips. That one's off. Southers with a rebound.
Get out of the lane.
And they will hold it out front. Jesse Waldrop with his dribble.
Ellis not going to let Gage get it.
He called 5 seconds. So Wildcat ball, 1:26 left, a chance to pull to within 1 with a 3. And they leave the wrong man open. And we got a foul. It's on Ice Littlejohn. Welcome to the game, Ice. But it will send Dylan Phillips to the line to shoot a pair.
I can't even count how many he shot tonight.
77-74. Phillips with a chance to pull the Wildcats to within 2. He does.
25-8 quarter for Andrews. Nice pull up.
Started to say Ellis is not going to shoot a layup.
What is this? Oh, somebody's fixing to leave here.
Told you somebody get thrown out, if you remember. So we got a break in the action for that. It'll be Andrews' ball when we come back.
About to lose my mind.
Not sure who they're pointing at. Hope it's not my wife. She's down in that corner.
No, they're pointing down there in that direction.
Evan Bradley's down there. It could be Evan.
That's who I think they're coming after is Evan. No, it's the Andrews fella.
So he's not going to allow him to start play until this gentleman leaves. So 1:10 remaining. Maroon Devils clinging to a 2-point lead. That was a walk, no call. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Finally went our way. So Swain's basketball.
Tee him up.
Yeah, we don't get that, do we?
Tee him up.
Swain basketball with 1:01 remaining. They don't have to score. We don't have to score to win. That's 1-1, but that's player control, offensive foul, so we'll inbound. It'll be Jacob Waldrop to inbound. He inbounds it to his brother, who starts it up court, then hands it off to Southern.
He walked.
Yeah, but they didn't call it.
Nope.
Poked away by Phillips. And that was Waldrop and Littlejohn. There's not going to be any kind of layup on that. That was a good job. I thought it was a clean basketball play to keep it from being a layup. So Phillips goes back to the line, 50.7 remaining, a chance to tie this ball game up. I believe Andrews is out of timeouts. I don't know how many more Swain has, but it can't be many. 77-76, Maroon Devils. And that one's good.
Golly bum.
Well, that's going to put Jesse Waldrop on the line for a 1-1 with a game tie.
Golly.
So Waldrop steps to the line with 48.7 remaining in this one. It's back iron, no good. Jacob keeps it alive right to Southards. So Gage Southards with the ball. Waldrop with a three. Bounced out. And here comes Mathis with it ahead to Ellis. Ellis doesn't win the foot race. He backs it back out to Phillips. Phillips tries to reverse his way. Ellis in the corner for three. That is good. So 80-77 now Wildcats. First lead of the game, or since the first quarter. Southards thought about it. Little John thought about it.
Somebody's going to have to take it, boys.
Air ball. So 9.3 seconds left. And Andrews Wildcats have been risen from the dead, to be quite frank with you.
They've scored 30 points this quarter. Outscored us 30-8.
Most of those on free throws.
Free throws.
That's Jesse Waldrop's fifth. Tanner Parton checks in with 9-3 left, and to the line goes Cody Mathis, shooting 82% when the night entered, but his first trip to the line wasn't a very good one.
No, it was not.
Ice Littlejohn really needs to get a body on Radler right here. Second one on the way for Mathis could clinch it. And it goes. Ahead to call. Three on its way. It's long. Parton tracks it down. Three back on its way. It's good. Timeout. Swain. No time left. And we got the timeout. Let's see what they put back on the clock. Tanner Parton with a huge three there. Turn around in the corner to go. 4 seconds.
Good God.
4 seconds.
Ain't no way.
81-80 your score. Andrews with the lead. So the Maroon Devils really need to force a 5 count right here.
Bad. Or get a quick turnover on the inbounds or something. And I would say this if it was the other way around. This has just been a terrible disservice to all these young men tonight. It's terrible. Terrible.
So to throw it in will be Mathis. He can move all across the baseline.
He's got Ellis long.
And there's a foul. No time went off the clock. I don't know how much time they actually want to go off of that clock. I know 4 seconds, but they just threw it in and we fouled. It'll be Phillips at the line. I'm assuming nobody has timeouts left, right?
I wouldn't think so.
And they moved it down to 3 seconds. Phillips misses that one. Again, this is one where Ice really needs a box out right here.
Yes, he does. And we got a timeout. Dude, we just lost 2.3 seconds.
So we'll see what kind of time goes on the clock.
He put some more back on it, Coach.
2. So Swain will inbound it from right over in front of Coach Dietz.
Yeah. The big thing, they missed both, so a 2 here would win it for us still. We're not forced to the 3.
And they've got to get something down here and a good shot
here. That's right.
out of this, or get fouled.
Get fouled. That's right.
It would still be 1-1, but
looks like Coach checking Holloway back in the game. I'm sure he's going to be.
He's their tallest player, so he's going to be on the ball.
Yes.
Nope, they're going to give it to us on the baseline. I don't think it matters at this juncture, really, where they give it to us.
Got to throw it. Shoot it, Cole.
And that's a final.
That's a final.
81-80. Wildcats come in and take a win over the Maroon Devils in an unforgettable game. That's the best way I can come up with to describe it. Absolutely unforgettable. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this rebroadcast-wise, trying to see things for themselves. But what a ball game. The Maroon Devils go down tonight 81-80 to the Wildcats. And we said it when we first started, going to be a heck of a ball game, and it certainly was every bit of that and then some. Frankly, would have loved to have seen a little bit more of the kids playing than what we saw, but it is what it is. We got to live with it and move on.
Yep.
And the Maroon Devils will play Blue Ridge on Tuesday, host the Bobcats for a trio of games back here at Swain High School before going to Franklin on Wednesday. And the Devil Duels are next Friday, not this Friday, but next. So tune in for all that. As always, you can catch all the action on Maroon Devils Network, maroondevils.com. Thanks for joining us.
The time is now to pre-order your very own DVD or Blu-ray box set